All right, everyone. Today is the big day. It's the trade deadline. We are in the last 3 hours. I'd say, counting down by the minutes, it's like, 2 hours and 55 minutes right now. So, other than that, it's a huge day for the Mets. It's a huge day for baseball right now. We already saw Juan Soto go. We already saw Josh Bell go. Tons of big moves have already been made. We also have another big thing going on in the Mets because once all of this is over, we have the best pitcher in baseball coming back onto the mound, and that is going to be fun. We have not seen him in 391 days? I'm pretty sure they said that. So It's going to be an exciting day, very overwhelming, but we're here to guide everyone through the whole process. So other than that, welcome to Mets Weekly presented by Empire Sports Media.
Two, Vader swings and misses, strike three. He struck him out. 5 Met pitchers combined for the second no-hitter in New York Mets history.
All right, I'll let these guys introduce themselves. I'll start with my original co-host, opening lines from the Rhino himself. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, biggest domino has fallen. Padres gave up a huge package. I mean, yes, people are going to say Juan Soto, you're not going to get equal value for him, but I thought Washington did a good job. And again, a couple hours left. Mets need 2 relievers and a bat. Are they going to get it done? Is Epdog sleeping? Is Sandy sleeping? We'll see what happens.
All right, Baseball AF, you can introduce yourself to the chat.
All right, I am Baseball AF, or specifically Baseball F. A is at work, but a lot of the excitement happened, as was mentioned before, with Soto and such. I am very, very excited for DeGrom to actually pitch, and just excited to just see what goes down from this point.
All right, and that's Baseball, the only Yankee fan here right now.
Yeah, so
you're in enemy territory, so be careful.
Yeah, I've infiltrated the base here. I'm actually going to the Yankees game tonight, so I'm only going to be here for about an hour. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see. There's still a good 6 or 7 big names that haven't moved yet that could be moved, and I don't know I think Cashman's probably done. We may make another small move or two, but it looks like we're probably done now that Gallo's moved. But yeah, I'm excited to see what else happens.
All right, and our final guest, Anthony Rivera from Subway To Shea. He's been on here a few times. Anything you want to introduce right now?
Yeah, just host the Subway To Shea podcast. And the Mets, remember, the Mets already made their big moves. They got Jake coming back tonight, and for a reliever, Trevor May's coming back, everybody. That's the big deal that the Mets are making this trade deadline.
Fortnite boy's coming back, boys. He's coming back. All right. But yeah, as for the Yankees, what you said, I mean, are they done? I mean, what would be their biggest need? I mean, would they just get another reliever because they got a lot of?
I'll take Rodon if he's available.
Rodon's a possibility. Yeah, I just. This is just how the Mets do it every single time.
MLB Nerds said that the Yankees are still in play for Rodon, and he's the most legit source right now. So after last night, you saw
the Yankees have basically did everything they set out to do this trade deadline. This is the perfect trade deadline for the Yankees. They got rid of Gallo, they got Benintendi in here, they needed an outfielder, they got a starting pitcher, they got bullpen help. You could not have asked for a more perfect trade deadline for them.
Man, I don't know if you guys saw that article, the interview that Gallo did. That was devastating to read.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I really am rooting for that guy in LA. I hope he has a big second half year with them and can get into their playoff lineup a bit.
Yeah, we'll see. If not, it will be funny seeing Joey Gallo and Cody Bellinger, 2 hitters, have just completely fallen off the earth. But I mean, yeah, we'll see with Gallo. I mean, can't say Gallo isn't a nice guy. Nobody has real proof unless you had some kind of autograph experience with him, Andrew.
I will say Isaiah Kiner-Falefa did kill my family last night. I think we should cut him.
All right.
I was about to say, go get Jose Iglesias to play short and you'll be fine.
Dude, just give me Peraza. Now we didn't trade any of our big guys. Just bring up Peraza or Cabrera. Come on, they're gonna be better than Falefa, fucking shortstop. Unbelievable, that guy. How do you go on a 15-game hitting streak and you're still a bad hitter? It doesn't make any sense.
Little bullshit hits. Hey, it works.
There you go.
Yeah. How the hell are the Red Sox getting Hosmer? I still don't know why the hell they would want Hosmer, but who knows?
They've wanted him forever.
He could have been a Met.
He could have been a Met multiple times. Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm glad he's not.
Oh, I think we all are, but like,
Yeah.
All I can say is that Dom Smith was almost traded for Eric Hosmer. So technically, if Dom Smith was traded, the Soto deal probably would have never happened. So,
I guess that's one way to look at it. Also, according to Jack Ramsey, a Mets insider guy, that the MLB Scoops thing is not accurate. Is that they're still in on both Contreras and Robertson as a package deal, and the front office is pushing for Robertson, especially so.
yeah, because if they're out on Contreras, who are they in on? I mean, we saw some reports about Sean Murphy for a second.
Yeah, Heyman said that this morning.
I do like Sean Murphy.
Omar Narvaez as well.
Omar Narvaez, I saw that. I love Narvaez, man.
Yesterday, I saw
that.
Chafin and Fulmer, and that was it. Like, there's been no talk whatsoever. Nothing has come out. Like, they love waiting until 5:59, whatever the last minute is. They do this every year. When was the last time, besides 2015, when was the last time the Mets actually had a big trade deadline? And they didn't really do anything in 2006, 7, or 8. They really made no big trades. They had to make a trade in 2006 because Dwayne Sanchez got hurt. But like, when was the last time they made a really big trade deadline move?
2016, 2017, 2018, and all of those just went by in a blur. Like, I don't remember anything.
And we stole most of those years.
Yeah, those teams weren't like
2019. We got Stroman.
Yeah, that made sense.
Yeah, that was something. I mean, it wasn't nothing, but
It wasn't nothing, but yeah. Yeah, the Wilpon era can't be compared. Yeah, well, the thing is that the thing about, what's it called? As long as Sandy's in that, like, involved in something with the front office, then I don't really think you're gonna not be waiting anything out.
Yeah.
But
I don't know how true it is. Like, they don't want to trade Vientos. They don't want to, like, okay, if we're not trading Alvarez, obviously we're not going to do that. But like, if they're not trading Alvarez, Beatty, Alex Ramirez, now Vientos is not tradable. They're obviously not going to trade Jeff McNeil. Who is tradable on this team? That's like not on the main roster. Like, who are they trading?
As an outsider here, are you guys all done with Sandy? Like, is he just like overstayed his welcome for everyone?
It's enough. It's enough. I think
I get it. I get they wanted to bring in like a veteran guy to sort of transition into the new regime, but like, come on, he's out of touch at this point, it seems, from an outsider's perspective.
He has his strengths and he has his weaknesses, and that was where we were able to get by and kind of like build a kind of a homegrown core. But like, with Steve Cohen there and like this new kind of ownership, you're really starting to see his weaknesses be bled out. And I don't think we've heard like a few words from him all year from him. He said something about Francisco Alvarez being able to hit AAA pitching, and then he went back to sipping his NyQuil or whatever. But
his cryo chamber.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I was like,
Sandy's running the trade deadline.
Oh, speaking of cryo chamber, did you guys see fucking Tony La Russa falling asleep during the game yesterday? That was one of the funniest clips I've ever seen.
It's just like after I spend like time outside playing baseball, like after 2 hours, I'm on the bench trying to get ready to fucking pass out.
Except he didn't do anything. He woke up, went to the ballpark, and snoozing on the bench.
It was nap time.
The White Sox were just asking for. The White Sox were just asking for to just be memed constantly by bringing in Tony La Russa.
Before this season, I said the White Sox were not a playoff team, and I was clowned for it, and I was so right. And it definitely starts. They are talented. It definitely starts with management. There's no urgency. I think they're sleeping on the fucking bench. he doesn't know how to build a lineup. La Russa, he's too old. He's putting like 65 OPS plus hitters second in the order. It's like it's the worst thing I've ever seen, and it's kind of funny to me. I did a video on Ozzie Guillen a few months ago, and he's doing the post game shows for them. It's like he's a more capable manager right now than their current manager. Even if he's an outspoken guy, even if the front office won't be able to contain him, he would make this team win more ball games, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I think that, yeah, absolutely.
John Heyman says that the Angels are talking to, the Jays are talking to the Angels for Noah Syndergaard and Raisel Iglesias.
Wasn't Syndergaard? Where did I have Syndergaard going in my predictions?
Oh boy.
You had Syndergaard.
Why would you
Going
take
to
on
Toronto.
a contract?
I'm going to Toronto. Look at that. I'm a fucking genius.
I have him going to Philly because I just think
I had him.
hilarious that he did.
I had him going to the Twins only because part of me wanted him to just go there just so they could lose against the Yankees again. But he'd be on the losing side of that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll pop up the predictions, but I don't know how clear it's gonna look.
That is, yeah.
But that's probably have to full screen it. But that's pretty much what we're looking at right now.
There you go.
We're reading out everyone that gets wrong.
Yes, for
I had Josh Bell going to Boston, so I had the wrong first baseman involved in that trade going to Boston.
Yeah, so I think I'll put it at the bottom.
We'll
here.
put
That's
we'll put tweets if anything happens. But
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
One thing I have appreciated about the front office in general is that when Cohen became the majority owner, all of a sudden trade deals, you wouldn't hear jack until right before it happens or until it happens. And so I'm able to at least relax a little bit more regarding the trade deadline and stuff.
It's a
half
half and
unless
half
it's not guaranteed from a Mets source.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
but at the same time, I don't have to worry about
yeah. It's comforting knowing it's too quiet.
You don't have to worry about
for example, nerve-wracking. Yeah.
Well, all throughout Twitter,
yeah,
it's
but at the same time, you don't get a
everyone
Scherzer to the Padres.
Who is that?
Yeah, at least you don't get a Scherzer to the Padres. So
yeah.
well, we did last night. We thought we were getting Tommy Pham for some reason.
There's no mistake.
And then Feinstein puts the
the thing is, that's only that's. The Mets are the ones that get the most clicks on Twitter, though, because the fans, because Mets Twitter is ridiculous.
Dude, I've never seen.
So,
Buster Olney's Mets hatred is the funniest thing ever. It's so funny. Just
well, he's homeless now, so it makes sense.
I'll just logging at Twitter, and he's just shit talking the Mets. Bro, what do you do for a living?
He makes absolutely no sense. I don't get him. But
the Met lineup is out.
The Mets are free clicks. They are free clicks. What has been established with the previous ownership, if you have something dirt on the Mets, it is going to go on full on blast. If the Mets fail, then the world is going nuts. That's just the baseball world's going nuts. That's just how it is.
It's the same thing as
Twitter,
the Knicks in basketball.
Twitter during the Edwin Diaz 2019 meltdown. Oh God, nuts. Insane.
Smoke.
And I will say, no offense to you guys, but it does start with Mets fans, though. Mets fans, Frank the Tank, for example, is a figurehead of.
Yeah, I don't take any Mets. There's not many Mets Twitter users I take seriously. There's no one I can take seriously. I will say something that they disagree with, and then they'll, just tell me, "Oh, I'm gonna go kill your mother." Okay, great, fine, have fun.
It's
all right,
you guys aren't level-headed like Yankees Twitter.
Oh my God, it's just nuts.
But Holderman is back up with Pittsburgh, by the way. Older dog is back.
Wish him well.
God, he is gonna get ruined, man.
No, they're gonna ruin 100%, but
they're gonna ruin him, man. I miss you, Holderman, but I do like the Chungus we brought in. So
absolutely, dude. Man, and just seeing. Vogelbach is has perfected Nimmo's plate approach. I feel that's what Nimmo's plate approach should be in terms of the ability to walk. Now, granted, Nimmo's been hitting a lot better recently.
This man spits on pitches like Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Like, I am impressed. I am so impressed.
No,
he looks like a guy who's just going to swing for everything.
He's a
but
great
then he
fucking
just
player, man. Like, you
there.
look at the guy and you're like, oh, it's like, oh, funny fat guy, but he's actually just like a really good player.
Yeah.
You don't expect him to be playing like beer league softball, but instead he's like he can catch up to 100-mile-an-hour fastballs and turn on them.
And his second to home time is fucking blazing too.
Oh yeah, under 8 seconds, dude.
What a
home to
foolish
first
baseball post.
Yeah, I saw that. That's dumb. It's great clicks, but it's dumb.
That's hilarious.
All right.
Yeah, the Ohtani for DeGrom trade.
The trade table right now. The trade table right now is way too quiet right now.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
And by 3:30, all hell's probably gonna break loose. This is
Yeah. I'm gonna lock off this stream at like 4, then we'll get like fucking 5 different tweets from 5 different noble people with all the trades coming through.
And you're gonna
I just have tweet deck on here. I'm just tired of my phone just buzzing and spazzing out. The lineup's out for the Mets tonight.
Yeah,
we got Nimmo, Marte, Lindor, Alonso, Vogelback, McNeil, Naquin, Guillorme, Nito. And the guy starting is Jacob deGrom.
Yeah. Kind of surprised that Zeke is not catching deGrom, in my opinion, but
I'm surprised Zeke is still here, let's be honest.
I'm so excited for deGrom to be back, man. I need him to be healthy. It's not a legitimate season if the Mets don't have healthy deGrom, because then it's just gonna be like, oh, we weren't healthy.
It becomes a what if thing again.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you need the best pitcher on the planet needs to be there for this to count.
Yeah, and did you see the thing that he posted? Like when he was talking about like why he was coming back, he felt that like, and they mentioned it on the Mets broadcast last night. But they basically said that like in 2020 and 21, he had tightened up his mechanics, like his back was kind of arched in the middle of his delivery, as opposed to 18 and 19, where he was very vertical and very loose. Now, granted, if with that bit of compression, like he's exceeded the physical bounds of humanity by throwing 102, and in that rate, but he's finding that like, okay, I want to be healthier, so I'm going to be much more relaxed and still be the best pitcher in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he can like notice that and just make those physical adjustments on the fly and be able to like, okay, now that I see that I'm just going to stand up and then throw 99 as opposed to 102.
You know, one thing I heard,
it's insane. It's incredible how like smart of a pitcher he is. You know, he just gotta. He already talked about, what is it, 2018 to 2019. He's trying to get back to those types of mechanics, and that's that's how he stayed healthy. So, you know, I'm fine with him doing that. If you need to just throw 99 miles an hour, I'm fine with it. All right.
Yeah, you don't need a 95-mile-an-hour slider. 93 is
you can break that out for the playoffs. But I was saying, when I was down in North Carolina, I did that the baseball tournament it was like the creators versus pros tournament.
Yeah.
I was there with 5 Points Vids. And he was out. I know you guys have had him on here before, right?
Yeah, he's been on here a few times.
Yeah, he was out in Arizona. He was out in Scottsdale at Bauer's facility with King and Juco, and he said when he was talking to Bauer that Bauer said that if DeGrom did his prep between starts in a better, more efficient way, then he wouldn't get hurt regardless of how hard he's going. And obviously, like, I don't know how to take that. I don't know anything about this, but Bauer seems like a guy who's very, very much advanced in the whole recovery sense. So I don't know. I don't think DeGrom has a work ethic problem, obviously, but like maybe there's steps he could take to keep his arm in better condition during the year. I don't know.
DeGrom does eat like shit. Yeah. I mean, like his diet is garbage, and he's one in shape and two the best pitcher in baseball. Like he goes out to like eat shitty stuff and like yeah, he does enough to keep in shape, but like I guess he's been recently trying to eat more like in a proper method, but he'd go out for like burgers at McDonald's like in his off day. And, like,
so I guess if he does like some TB12 shit, then maybe he can keep the 102. But that's a big commitment, obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Mets training staff are known criminals.
102 at the age of 33. That's like Nolan Ryan-esque type of things. Like he's still throwing that fast.
That's some J.R. Richards stuff right there.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it. We've talked about this multiple times. Like, you know, a lot of the simple way to talk about DeGrom just like not like actually staying healthy is, you know, just dial back the velocity. The problem is he probably can't. Like, it just so effortlessly comes out of his hand like that now that, like, there's not really much that he can really do to fix that. But, like, again, would DeGrom take that advice from Bauer? Maybe. Would Mets fans respond well to anything Bauer says?
Yeah,
Probably
I don't
not.
know if like this isn't a specific. It's not like Bauer's telling him to do this,
Yeah.
but I mean, Bauer knows what he's talking about with this.
Yeah,
at least,
yeah,
you know, I'm
he can
not
be
a
a piece of
fucking
shit.
Bauer fan by any sense, but like, you know,
Yeah.
you have to take that what he's saying when it comes to the arm recovery and be like, oh, okay, this guy kind of knows what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, as you mentioned, like it's just like Al Leiter refers to DeGrom as like the most perfect mechanics of like that he's ever seen like a pitcher have in like all his time as a player and as a guy watching baseball. So it's more of like he's perfected the art of throwing a baseball as hard as you can without looking like you're throwing it as hard as you can.
Yeah, they said that about Mark Pryor too when he was coming up. So I don't you know what I mean? It's tough. You can look at a guy and say, "Oh, he has great mechanics," but like the older school guys, it's still very much it looks fluid, not it is fluid and slow stress.
I mean, if you look at it, DeGrom has basically perfected every single thing. If there's one guy that can perfect health, it probably could be him with how well he does, with how he makes adjustments with his mechanics. But it's
he's definitely in tune with his body to where you can.
He
can figure
better knowledge of how his body works than anybody else. And I think that he had a 3-year stretch from 17 to 19 where he pitched 200 innings a year all 3 years, and after that one start against Texas in 2017 became the best pitcher in baseball like after that point, and was healthy 2 consecutive years, and then started tightening up his delivery a little bit in 2020, which is where he started getting hurt.
All right, so update from Bob Nightingale. The asking prices for starters Carlos Rodon, Tyler Mahle, and Noah Syndergaard remain sky high, rival executive teams say, with some contenders already bowing out of the bidding and staying pat. Why is the price so high for Noah Syndergaard? What's the deal?
I think it's just around the league that now that the trade deadline has been pushed to August 2nd, more teams are in the playoffs. Now that there's going to be more teams, vying for it. Like, look at Baltimore for the while. They were, still in the playoff hunt. So this is going to happen. Like, teams are going to have to adjust to this now. They're probably going to have to pay through the roof at every trade deadline now for,
my only point with Syndergaard is that he's on a 1-year deal. So it's like, why would the price be so high?
This seems like an Artie Moreno, like, oh, I don't want to admit that I lost thing too. Yeah. It's like if Artie was smart, he'd be traded. He would have traded Ohtani.
A Yankee update. Sherman just put out a Yankee update. They're not done. They're trying to either add Robertson or Pablo Lopez.
Ooh.
We'll just put that as
Pablo Lopez, the MLB nerds prodigy.
The Mets son.
The Mets
just kicked the shit out of
child. I don't know why we do so well against Pablo Lopez.
Thanks for declining his value a little bit, so we can pick him up for. It's gonna be like Andahar and Jackson Frazier to Miami.
Oh boy. Oh yeah,
New York helps New York. All right, listen.
Yeah.
Forgot.
If Epler lets Robertson fall to the Yankees, that's like.
It's probably you saw the Ramsey tweet that he's saying Alderson doesn't want Robertson. It's the other guys in the front office that wants him.
Of course, he doesn't want Robertson.
I saw that we don't want Robertson back either. Apparently, he had some issue with like a clubby or something his last time he was in New York. So I don't know. There's some friction there, and also we already got a couple of relievers. I don't know how much
Scotty Frost pay for him.
Frost is That one hurt. That one hurt me to see the Yankees get him.
That one hurt me to see because I know how much of a god he was.
What else we got? Come on, something break. I want to react to something.
I mean, my number one reliever to get is probably more Chafin than Robertson. I just don't like.
I think that's my favorite reliever on the market right now too. He's had a sick year.
I'm not a big fan of Joely Rodriguez just walking the ballpark. I hate walks. We all know this. So
We fleece
Robertson's a little bit
Yeah.
shaky, but hey, he does strike out a lot of batters.
Yeah,
I'll
fleece
take
us
him.
by having a guy on the 60-day disabled list.
Dude,
Yeah.
have you ever seen how fat the lips that Miguel Castro packs?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
we
that's
know.
worth it all on its own. That trade is worth it for us just for that.
Oh, God.
You guys, got the guy with the higher ceiling, you know. But
Yeah, but
I
he
think
doesn't know where the ball's going when he throws it. It's
neither
crazy.
does Joely Rodriguez. So you know,
He's a lefty though.
he is a lefty.
You want him back? You can have him back.
I'm fine with Miguel Castro.
Miguel Castro's nasty though. He's a nasty.
Yeah, he has some nasty stuff.
He's got nasty stuff, but
At his peak,
Probably-
he's like a Diaz light almost, like with the way he flings the stuff at the plate. He's got like 99 on his fastball and 90-mile-an-hour slider.
Disgusting
and
arm slot.
does the same thing.
Throws so hard.
The problem is he gets to that point. There's sometimes where, especially if there's runners on, he just doesn't know where the sinker is going at all, and he has to go to the slider, and the slider just hangs up there.
Sliders. I saw that they were making him throw more sliders.
Yeah, and
And
it's
maybe-
he'll hang one once in a while. That's the problem.
And that's the deal with Diaz. He's always had like better command of the slider.
that's
than
like a
his
role with
fastball.
Chapman too.
Yeah.
It's like all those like huge velo guys. It's kind of tough to throw that hard and also control it, especially if you have movement.
And then there's the exception, the guy that's coming back that wears number 48. So
He's just a freak.
it's just
You know,
insane.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
second
he was
best
a control
in the-
pitcher that passed velocity somehow.
Oh, I know.
just
Don't you even
perfect
say it,
everything.
NFA. I
Like-
knew what you were about to say. Don't even think about it. Don't even.
What?
Don't even. He said the
What?
second best pitcher in New York. He was about to say the second best pitcher.
Yeah,
in New
baby.
York.
Oh,
Don't you start with that.
Nestor Cortez.
wait, who?
Nestor Cortez is the best pitcher in New York. We all know that. DeGrom's
I'm sorry.
DeGrom's a
I'm
distant
sorry.
second.
I'm sorry. Have you seen Chris Bassett or have you seen Carlos Carrasco?
Dude,
All right.
have you seen
Consecutive scoreless innings by Carlos Carrasco,
Saiwan Walker?
So good.
Taiwan Walker.
No, but I actually.
Whoa, hang on, real quick. I want to say I was in here in in March. Everyone was slandering Taiwan Walker nonstop in here. You owe him. Everyone owes him an apology. He's been so good for you.
I wasn't here. I wasn't slandering him at all. I'm super high on Taiwan.
Well, I will
Insanity.
let go of all my hate if he ditches that fastball.
Yeah, he
That's
just
it.
gets that. Get rid of that goddamn.
Ditch
Sorry,
that
dude,
fastball
that-
right now, because if you give that into the wheelhouse of an actual elite hitter, they're gonna destroy the thing.
I want to talk
It's
about
gonna
the
burst
Subway
into
Series real quick. I've never seen luckier starting pitchers in my entire life.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
we shelled Scherzer and he got away with it scot-free. That was ridiculous. We had like a
It was his
350
birthday, come on.
XBA. We had like a 350
His
XBA,
birthday.
no runs.
Come
Like,
on
what the
now.
hell is that?
Oh,
Fucking smacking the ball
Hey,
across the entire ballpark.
Aaron Judge needed some of that luck, never got it. Like 0 for 3. Oh, was it 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts?
Yeah,
What was
that's-
it? Like,
you know,
couldn't hit him.
He owned Judge.
He got bullied. Scherzer
Oh, yeah.
bullied the living crap out of
Judge is taking out his anger on the fucking Royals right now.
exactly. We're just
He did like 5 homers this weekend.
All I can say is
Yeah.
that the luck is justified because it was his birthday, so I'll give him that.
It wasn't
All right,
birthday.
fine.
That's true.
So yeah,
But have you seen his
in the
have you seen
Subway
his
Series,
ex
Yankee
stuff?
fans are gonna be
He's
pissed in
washed.
that, but you know,
He's
whatever.
well, I know he's watched too much. He gave up 3 runs to the Nationals last night. He's cooked. He's done.
Hey,
Right.
and then the luck perceived back. All right, so he's fine. Goes on the Cy Young or run along with Jacob deGrom by his side, and that's it. But I'm not worried about Scherzer. I'll tell you that.
Schnurger. But the fact
Think about
Okay,
that is that-
the second major league player. Oh, Bob Nightingale just dropped something really quick on the trade, the Juan Soto trade to the Nets. The Nets are getting Luke Voigt.
Whoa.
Luke Voigt, yeah.
Okay, that makes
Wait,
sense.
I
All
thought he
right,
was-
that made
I thought
sense.
Voit was in the lineup tonight though for the Padres.
I guess
Not
I guess
anymore.
Not anymore.
That just happened like now then. What the fuck?
Yeah, it happened
Okay, that
like,
makes
literally,
sense
like,
because you're like just sitting there. Okay.
Yeah, Voit was cleaning up for the Padres today an hour ago.
Now there you go. Now he's going to Washington. What the hell you want? There's nothing to talk about. We're waiting for a passing bomb or something.
Wait, so they traded 2 first basemen. So who's Let me think about this now.
Josh
Who's gonna
Bell is a
DH for them
first
now?
baseman.
Yeah, who's gonna
I
DH
mean-
for them now?
Good question.
That's-
Yeah. who's gonna-
Wait, Luke Voigt.
Voigt's going to
in
the
my
Nats.
division?
Yeah, because
Scherzer's
the
done?
Nats wanted
Yeah.
2 major leaguers. One of them
Duh.
was Gore, right?
Yeah,
One of them was
Mackenzie
Gore,
yeah.
and the other one was instead of Hosmer is now Luke Voigt.
It's Voigt.
Listen, Scherzer is done. I mean, did you see like I mean, who gives up home runs to Juan Soto? Like, let's be real
Fact.
for a second. Like, who can give up an actual home run to Juan Soto?
Juan
That's
Soto, a
impossible.
bomb, dead center. Nah.
It's like Edwin Diaz in spring
Edwin
training
Diaz.
pointing out a home run to Juan Soto this year. I mean, Edwin Diaz is done. Have you seen him this year? He looked like shit.
You guys see the player of the month announcements? My guy, Aaron Judge, and your guy's
Aaron
favorite
Judge.
player, Austin Riley, newest
and
member
he
of
now
Alex
is-
Anthopoulos
How
Island.
how nervous are you that he gets paid by someone else?
Judge, I'm not really.
I think the Yankees figure
I think
it
they
out, but,
pony up, and
you know.
especially now that Soto's not an option for us. I think it's just like, yeah, all right, what else are we gonna do?
Soto will eventually be an option for you, but
I
we'll
think
talk about that.
the Padres are
then.
gonna extend him. They're willing to spend money.
They gonna put
Remember
$1
who his
billion
agent
in
is.
3 players? That's you gonna put $1 billion.
Yeah,
I think
the-
making the trade. I
Padres-
think you're under the
The
assumption that we're
Padres'
gonna
payroll is
pay
high,
out.
but also you bring in the factor of his agent and Scott Boras, who 99.9% of the time, those players are going to free agency. So
And
I mean, yeah, but
you
if
know.
if you offer him $500 million, he's not gonna turn it down if it's at his. I think the main
Yeah.
if a contending team offered him the same contract as the Nationals, I think he takes it. I think he just didn't want to be stuck in a franchise that's not focused on winning, which they clearly aren't.
I saw a tweet of who's playing first base for the Nationals tonight. I guess Voit is.
There's no way they find that. There's no way he gets over that quick, bro.
Or they
He
just
makes
call
it
up
that
Ryan
in time,
Zimmerman
yeah.
for one game, just like, hey, what's
One
up?
day
man?
contract,
Wait,
Ryan
who's
Zimmerman
Voit?
come back.
Call up like Dimitri.
yeah,
Young.
yeah.
Oh boy.
They were talking about the Joe Youngblood on the SNY thing last night, where he was traded. He got a hit in one game and then was traded. Went there and got a hit in the other game as an expo. Who did he get traded as? It was
I don't know. I
The
don't know
Phillies
that
and
story.
Angels are in talks to trade Brandon Marsh to Philadelphia.
Brandon Marsh.
Darsh.
Robert Murray.
Why?
Oh yeah, it was a
Phillies
Met.
center
Yeah,
fielder, so
Well, Marsh. This
He
is how
was
much
in that
control
Joe
does Marsh
Youngblood
have,
trade.
though.
he's got a lot of years.
Yeah, why don't they keep him as a center fielder and Trout can play left or DH while he's nursing the back thing? I've been a fan. I've been a proponent of Trout should be playing left field for like 2 or 3 years now. By the way, I just think the metrics will like him more. I think Marsh is a better defender than him right now.
It's
take some
and
mileage off his
also he
legs.
probably can stay more healthy.
Yeah,
The left
Trout
fielders.
getting a one in like 100,000 back condition, like go figure.
That's that
With a
happened to the
certain
worst
odd
person.
compression of
Probably
the
happened.
T5 vertebrae. Also, one thing I
They-
saw about
like,
the
I know we talk about.
Geller stuff with,
I know we talk about
with-
Jacob DeGrom and we talk about Tatis being hurt and everything, but baseball needs Mike Trout. Like it really needs Mike Trout, and like
Yeah.
he's.
Hang on. Do we really need Mike Trout when we got the New York version of Mike Trout in center field on a daily basis?
Why is he in center field? By the way, that
Aaron
makes
Judge?
no.
Joey Gallo? Joey
Aaron
Gallo's
Judge
in
played.
LA now.
He's a quality center fielder. Look at the.
And he's a good.
look at
He's
the
an
OA.
elite defender. He's just too damn big to put out there. Like, just keep the corner.
It is definitely
don't have-
setting him up for possible injury, which is kind of weird. since he's coming
Hicks
into
isn't
his
as
free
good in
agent
center
year, but-
field. They're
He is
they
horrible
already
in center
announced. They
field,
announced that Hicks is going to be playing center and Judge is going to be playing right with Benintendi in left now. But I'm assuming for the playoffs, Judge is the center fielder because he's better center fielder than Hicks.
The Phillies are giving up their top catching prospect, Logan or Hurt, going the other way to the Angels.
Really?
A Holpe,
That's-
whatever the fuck it's called. Whatever his stupid name.
That's a strange trade, man.
Mets are okay. So what? Brandon Marsh to the Phillies.
Yep.
Oh, so they cheaped out.
And now Michael Marino is retweeting the Reds are in serious discussion for Tyler Mahle to go to the Twins.
Yep, I saw that.
So there we go.
Hey.
Now
I
it's
kind
done.
of saw that. That was a match made in heaven, kind of.
Ooh, the
Twins
Carp
and
Dog
Tyler
is sitting
Mahle.
clean up for us today.
Oh, boy.
That's a good
Dog.
one. That's a good one.
That's my next video, by the way, boys. It's insider
What?
info. I'm making a Matt Carpenter video.
Nice.
Dude,
That's more of a Jolly Olive thing. Matt Carpenter's Monster Month.
It's gonna be about like
For 2 months.
it's gonna be more about like how he refound his swing than anything else. Because I was reading a few articles and like I remember back in like March they were talking about how he went like on a whole journey around the country to find his swing, and it's like it clearly worked.
He
I've
went
never
on a
seen-
spiritual journey.
And he went to a stadium that's built for him. He
Yeah,
became
exactly.
a strictly pull hitter. Go to Yankee
Pull
Stadium.
fly balls,
good shit's
baby.
gonna
That's all you
happen.
need to do. He
Yeah,
has
Passon
the,
made
Fly
the
balls the right field
march
on that ball.
to the Phillies legit. So
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly it is. But yeah, Marsh is going to the Phillies.
Oh my
The Mets are
God,
getting
no,
Darren Ruff.
oh.
Trade, man.
The Mets are getting
Pretty
Darren
sure-
Ruff from the Giants.
Darren Ruff.
Yeah, Martino just put out Mets are getting Darren Ruff.
He's
Well,
solid bat.
he blocked me, so how am I supposed to see that?
He kills
Yeah, there you
lefties,
go.
right? Ruff.
He murders
does
left-handed
kill
pitching.
lefties, but
So there's your lefty
Good
bat.
bat then.
all right.
There you go. Hey, I know a certain person ain't gonna shut up now. That's fine.
I don't
Oh
care.
boy.
All right.
So there's your platoon.
Again,
If
like,
they're not
I
gonna
like
go.
it, but I want a more balanced. Whatever. All right, Darren Ruff off the board. Fill up
For
the
the Mets.
Yeah.
fill up the bullpen, folks. I do not want to see
Ruff
Joely
has got the
Rodriguez there tonight.
ability they're looking
I
for.
prefer them to have gone after Wilmer Flores, but
He's actually not been as good
So-
against lefties this year.
Flores. Yeah, I mean, not everybody
Oh,
can be
shit.
Scotty H. Hairston, all right?
No, nobody's
Ruff's got
got
a-
age.
Ruff's got a nice
Greatest lefty
886
killer of all
OPS
time is
versus
Scott
lefties
Hairston.
this
For
year.
those do not know, greatest lefty killer of all time is Scott Hairston, and we'll take that to the grave. All right.
He's first, just ahead of age 45 Albert Pujols.
Oh my God.
Facts.
It's more Albert's not a lefty killer. It's just that he just literally cannot hit righties anymore.
I don't think he can really stretch
Yeah,
his
he's-
like. It's like the mechanics. He can't really do that anymore.
Actually, he does. He has a 931 OPS against lefties this year, Albert. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, Darren Ruff, the ground balls, man.
Tell you- Oh boy.
Does he hit fly balls against lefties at least?
He has 9 homers against lefties, I think. I was just looking at it.
Yeah, he definitely looks like
he's a right
gets the
fielder,
ball
but
more in
shouldn't
the
be
air.
anyway.
but he's another first baseman though. Like, how many first basemen are they
He's
going to
up-
carry?
So
in left
there's
field,
no
it's
way
like-
Dominic Smith is not gone, right?
Yeah, there's no way JD or Dom. Yeah, exactly. One of them has to be in one of these
I have a
trades.
feeling Dom probably would have left with that trade, is my guess.
What are we trading? What are
That's,
we trading?
that's
Yeah, what are we
probably
giving?
literally what it was.
If if Mark Vientos is in this deal, I'm gonna laugh.
No
I
way.
don't think that. But
So what?
gonna
What did you
laugh.
guys want, position player wise, going into this deadline?
Contreras or for me JD Martinez, but nobody's turning on that option. But for me, Contreras.
I mean,
guess.
they went cheap on the I guess they went cheap on the lefty killer, but
Yeah.
Would you guys be?
252
Would
against
you be interested in like
lefties.
a Brandon Drury or like a third baseman?
Well, they're not going to probably get him now with this trade.
Yeah, now with this probably
Probably
not.
I mean, like this is
Yeah.
probably their right, like their lefty killer trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it, but it's like
They're like cheaping out right now.
I don't know if
I
that's.
think that it's because of the nature of the fact that, like, now that Steve Cohen has the Mets, I still think that teams are biased against them, are going to drive up the price specifically against the Mets and not against other teams. This is probably one that's a very accurate
there's tons
one.
of owners that hate him.
I think.
The thing is
Okay,
that
so
he's eventually
JD
going to win.
JD Davis.
JD
is-
David, according to Andy Martino, it's JD David is going to San Francisco.
Yeah, so JD is out. So rest in peace, Rip and Pepperoni. Okay, so he's literally the
I
JD
mean,
Davis representative.
It's JD
replacement.
Davis and prospects, according to Sherman. Sherman just put it up. Ross
It's probably like
or-
some irrelevant
JD Davis and
prospects.
prospects.
JD's gone and prospect. Oh God, Ziegler's gone, man.
Oh God, shut up! I swear to God, if Calvin Ziegler's in this trade, I'm jumping.
I'm hearing
Jump
Alvarez to
dolphin
San
dive on
Francisco
that.
for Joey Bart.
Oh shit. All right.
Wait, what did Joey Bart do?
No, I'm joking.
I'm about to say, I think Joey fucking
All
did
right.
good.
Well, the JD Davis funeral is going nuts on Twitter right now. Jesus Christ.
Who's going? Is it who I think it is?
Oh God.
Again, this better not be the bat. This better just
I mean-
be the JD Davis replacement, and they're still the bat.
So I'm gonna get. Are they out on JD?
Martinez now. They have to be at this point.
At Yankee
Yeah.
World on
Yeah.
Twitter just tweeted out Darren Ruff has a 151 WRC plus versus lefties, and Vogie has 156 WRC plus versus righties. That's a good DH platoon.
This
Martinez
is
yeah,
the move.
yeah,
yeah.
And now Martino just puts out the Mets are still working on bullpen additions, plural, not just one.
This is the move hitting wise. Like there's nowhere else to put anybody. Like Dom Smith is
Yeah.
done because you have Vogel back and Naquin. This guy obviously is going to replace JD Davis. Where are they going to put anyone else? Like there's nowhere to put anyone else. Like
Catcher.
unless they
Nito
move
stays.
him for like some like JD Martinez or something like that. This is probably going
Nito
to be the
can't go
right-handed
anywhere.
move.
I have a feeling that Dom's probably going to be one of the fundamental pieces for the Cubs if they were to get Contreras and Robertson. But that would probably be what the Mets are going to push between Matt Allen and Dom Smith, and then sending over whatever else is needed, hopefully without overpaying.
And the Phillies got David Robertson.
Do they really?
Passon just tweeted out.
Didn't they have him for a little bit?
They signed him. He had like a 3-year deal. He only pitched like 3 innings.
Well,
Yeah.
David
That
Robertson's been ruined.
It lowers
so.
the value for Contreras. They could have gotten more if they had packaged them.
I don't think David Robertson's that valuable.
There's no point in getting Contreras because the whole idea of that was to get also Robertson. Like, that's what they really wanted.
Do the Cubbies have any other guys?
There is a point.
Sean Murphy train, folks.
doubling
I guess
your-
Ian Happ.
Sean
the
Murphy,
thing is-
Omar Narvaez, folks.
I mean, like I said, to me, it's just that like you're doubling your offensive output as a catcher. Like that's still, I would rather take that regardless. Like to be completely honest,
boys.
it's like you have a black hole right now. in offense.
Contreras and Marcus Stroman
Oh boy.
for Alvarez.
That would be
Oh,
a-
Zapucki is going the other way. Oh, they
Let
gave 3 other. They
me
gave him 3 prospects.
All right.
Zapucki,
All
Seymour,
right,
and
listen.
Black.
We
How the
give
fuck
JD
is the
Davis
three
and pulled
prospect
pork. I'm
team?
fine with it.
Zapucki can fuck off. Yeah, but knowing the Giants,
Oh
they'll
my
turn him into
God.
they'll turn him into something good. Oh God. Seymour. So, all right. That's now Mets fan has died, but all right.
Mhm.
Again, we're waiting. Dave Robertson, we'll see what the return was. Knowing watch it be like nothing. And like that's what's gonna piss everybody off. It's gonna be like nothing.
Like I
for
said, the
Robertson.
Mets have to overpay for normal stuff because of who owns them.
You guys can still add, if you do Contreras trade, you can still add like a Michael Gibbons or something. He's not great, but
Yeah.
like
You can still get
Someone-
Chafin too.
You still
You can still
Chafin's still on the
Chafin.
board. Yeah.
I mean, and Chafin's got the best like comp splits where it's like if against righties, he's still great. Like
Yeah,
he's
look
just elite
I was-
against lefties.
I was looking at Savant the other day, bro. He's all red right now.
Oh, got the good percentiles, but we'll see.
I've never seen a worse lineup than the Tigers right now, man.
Who
It's
the
so
hell is
bad.
okay? And of course, they got him for nothing. Ben Brown is going the other way.
You guys
Ooh,
act like
that was
the
asking
Phillies.
price. Okay.
You guys act like the Phillies keeping prospects would matter anyway.
I mean, yeah, it's true. They can't develop anybody, but still.
Phillies haven't developed a prospect since like Chase Utley.
Oh, Don Brown was going to be something special. And now John Heyman, Miley to the Twins. We'll see
Okay.
what that goes.
So Twins got their guy. So I'm assuming Blue Jays looking for a starter still.
Yep.
Who else? Who else is looking for starters?
Okay, so Tyler Malley to the Twins. I think we're all. Did we
We're
all
all
get
right.
Tyler Malley to the Twins? Or no,
Yeah,
Frank got
yeah,
that wrong.
David
Frank.
Robertson went
I
for
had-
their number 26 prospect.
I had
That's
Tyler
not-
Malley going to the Mariners because I thought the Mariners would just siphon every ounce of talent from the Reds.
Facts.
Okay, that's actually a good thought. Just clearing it up here. There we go.
Darren Ruff.
So that's what we have. Unless we have. Okay, so David Robertson went to the Phillies, so I guess we're all wrong on that.
We're all right. Yeah, we all had.
Well, that stinks.
Man, they're still a third place team.
Dude, D-Rob loves those second stints, huh?
Exactly. Goes back, signs a 3-year deal, gets paid to not pitch, and now he's going to go back and watch him get injured
I
again.
guess that's.
That'd be really funny. if you
That would
see
be
him
funny.
twice. Be the most hated man in Philly.
Yeah. Did the Mets
think
trade a
we all
prospect?
have-
They traded 3 prospects, too. Sapucki's not really a prospect, but 2 other guys in A-plus ball.
Dude,
For Darren Ruff, it
Rodon's
looks like
price.
we all have one so far, except
Rodon's price must
Subway
be
to
going
Shea
down.
because he got traded before he made the predictions. But
So there you
I
go.
guess everyone's got one so far.
Everybody got one right. And a boy.
But
We still got a few. Obviously, still the big dominoes have not. Like I guess technically Robertson's the first big.
Contreras
domino,
is probably the main
yeah.
piece.
Yeah, I had a bold one here.
Unless
Contreras
they
to
get
San
rid of
Francisco.
McCann and Nito, I don't see like anybody else, any other bat fitting
No,
on this.
I
on this
think the
roster.
bats are done. They
That's
have to
it,
get
like-
the relievers now. The bats, like this is them doing the bats. That was it. Darren Ruff, that's the move. Like Brandon Drury's not coming. Contreras is not coming. JD Martinez is not coming, unless they trade someone from the actual roster. There's no way that they bring in anyone else on offense here.
Eduardo Escobar kills lefties
Carson
too.
Seymour.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, with Seymour,
he's
yeah.
better from the right side. I mean, like Escobar's better from the right side.
Is there any? Could you add a platoon bat for third?
I mean, technically, you have
They want to
Dior-
platoon.
So Rafael Devers is coming to the Mets. All right.
Rafael Devers, yeah, that works. Yeah, that works.
Oh
I'll take that.
yeah, of course.
Beatty's gone though.
I don't like that. That's the only bet. I mean, I get it. The platoon. They're trying to be the Giants, but that's
Yeah. As an outsider, your line's just not scary to me. It's obvious. It's the once you get if you can beat DeGrom and Scherzer, it's like you're gonna win the series.
no.
Oh God.
That's a tough task.
I don't
though,
wanna-
obviously.
I mean, Zapucki and
Zapucki can be. Yeah, who cares? But
Come on, if
Who cares about-
anyone's complaining about Zapucki being traded, I mean, the guy gave up
then
30
just-
runs in the first inning against the
Zapucki is
Giants.
still-
He's
Zapucki's cooked. Yeah, but
yeah.
Carson Seymour, damn it! I like him though. All right, whatever. He's a big boy. All right, whatever. He'll go
Yeah.
crazy.
I cannot believe the Yankees got away without trading like any fucking big time prospects.
Yeah.
Kept all the middle infield prospects. Kept Pereira in center field.
Kept
Jesus
Domingos.
Christ. Kept Miguel Andujar, up and coming third base prospect.
Fucking Andujar.
Bright future ahead.
So yeah, the Phillies got Robertson for their 26th prospect.
DeGrom for Andujar, man.
DeGrom for
Okay.
Andrew.
The Andy Martino special. Never get over that. Never get over it.
Oh, God,
That
yeah.
and Jacob DeGrom gets all the hype, but Michael Pineda is better.
Michael Pineda, yeah, that was a big piece.
Michael
Mally's
Pineda,
going for 2 hitting prospects and a pitching prospect in return.
Michael Pineda did have a 16 strikeout game once.
He did. That one time. he
Michael
had a 16
Pineda is a big boy now.
Yeah, he is. I
One
saw
big
him
boy.
pitching like the first week of the season. Like, holy shit, he's big.
He
He's
let
big
himself go, but hey, he's pitching. No, he's been horrible this year. Never mind. Never mind.
So Jorge Lopez got for 4 prospects, and then David Robertson goes for a barely fringe top 30 prospect.
Am I the only one who's
Jorge
like
Lopez
not
is
impressed
better.
with Jorge Lopez that much? I'm not really impressed with him, to be honest. But whatever.
He's
You don't
better
watch
stuff.
games, you just look at a computer.
Jorge Lopez is kind of meh. Not gonna lie.
He was a horrific starter.
He was a horrific starter. Michael Pineda.
Panada.
Oh my god, that was the most
lot of
embarrassing
people are
shit to
hoping
be a
that,
Yankees fan when that happened.
A lot of people hoping that it's not just Darren Ruff that is the return for that, because it's. I mean, a lot of people, like Ramsey is saying, is a huge overpay for what he is. Like, yeah, he's a great at that position, but there should be more coming back for the Mets, and if there isn't, that's just was a lot for just a small need.
Yeah.
It's just
What
Darren
bullpen
Ruff.
arms
Who
do they
has,
have?
Darren Ruff is like sealing JD Davis. So it's like, you know what I mean? Somewhat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. The Giants whooped Sapucki's ass in that 9-run first inning, and then they go
did.
acquire him.
It's therapy for Sapucki.
It's like,
Okay,
it's
let's
like when the
let's
It's like when the Mets destroyed Robert Stock and then brought him in.
And then brought him in. Yeah.
yeah. And then Robert Stock did well for like 2 innings, got hurt, and then left.
Dude, if we get Rodon today,
64
like
players, folks, last year. It's crazy.
64 players. Yeah.
64 players used.
The Dodgers are being too damn quiet. They got something up their sleeve. I'm terrified to see what.
Dodgers are getting Contreras. They're gonna do something. Or
what else do the Dodgers need?
a bomb is going to drop. I know it is.
Yeah, this is gonna
Something
be
stupid is going to happen.
you.
They got Joey Gallo. That's their big bat.
Like,
I mean, Justin Turner has kind of declined a lot. So, I mean, maybe they could get
Turner
a
and
third
Muncy both this year just haven't been.
okay,
seen.
so Dom for cash, is that the next trade?
Dom for cash.
Dom to New York. Dom to the
Dom for
Bronx.
15K.
Dom for a box of donuts and a pine tar bag. Like, what the hell we give him?
Dom to the Bronx for Andahar.
Dom would go nuts in the Bronx. I'm not gonna lie.
Dom would go nuts.
He'd
in the Bronx.
finally hit a homer.
Go to
Is
a
he
little-
still? Is he homerless still, Dom?
Mhm.
Wait, what?
He got hurt. I was about to
Yep,
do my
over-
entire
over a year.
I was gonna do the
Jesus.
homerless streak for him, like every plate appearance. Like I like to keep track of a few things on Twitter, and then he gets hurt. How selfish of him.
MLB Network saying the worst case scenario for Darren Ruff is he's this year's Steve Pierce.
Okay.
I guess.
I mean, like, what other, like, what? I don't know. I guess Contreras was the only. You can still get Contreras though.
Probably
It's possible.
can. But like
It's
one of our
possible.
catchers
They got-
has to
They
go
got to
the
add
other way.
a. Now they got
Not
to get
named
the
Alvarez, obviously. One of our
Hey,
catchers
maybe
has to
maybe
go
you
the
guys
other
eat some
way.
salary of McCann's contract and they take him.
I will. To be honest, I don't need anything in return to eat McCann's contract. Just eat it. I don't care.
Do the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll take future considerations. Just take them.
Future considerations. Yep. I think Mike. I think the biggest loser in this entire trade deadline has been Mike Rizzo. I don't know what he.
Right.
He did that entire trade without getting rid of Corbin or Strasburg.
That
They
was,
gave up
um,
Bell.
Yeah,
They put Bell
like
in there.
when I saw the return, I was like, oh, they must be giving up Corbin too, right?
Yeah, it's like
Nope.
they gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And Gore.
I mean they got Voit instead of Hosmer, so I guess it's an
Voigt's
upgrade.
Voigt's a good
but,
player.
like, Voigt's good.
Maybe they can
Voit.
flip him next year. I don't know.
Maybe it's possible.
And
As long as
their Nelson Cruz scheme didn't work out for them. They couldn't flip him at the deadline. He's been terrible.
Yep, it will be DFA by the weekend.
I know he's been underperforming his Savant a little bit.
Imagine being
It's
so
as
bad
well,
that you
but
get DFA'd by the Nationals.
it just doesn't really make sense for them to keep him.
All I can say is the biggest outfielder on the market right now is Brett Phillips. Just saying.
No.
Just got DFA'd.
Michael Conforto is still on the market, by the way.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do
No, he might be. You might get another bar fight. Don't worry about it. He'll get another bar fight.
That's
Yeah, what
not
was-
true.
I thought it was at like a bachelor party or something. He like threw out his shoulder throwing a punch.
Exactly, bro. Bachelor party. I heard it was.
I'm
a bar
okay with it
instead
if
of a
it's not the
bachelor party
last
as well,
move for the
but-
offense, but I'm starting to think that it is. So.
All right, here's
Yeah,
the
but-
package for what's it called? They're getting Spencer Steer. Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah, I
Not a terrible
saw that.
return.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. They did a lot better in the Luis
A lot of
Castillo
Twins fans
trade.
seem to be
but,
okay with that. Like they
Hell, you can take a lighter.
Okay, this
return.
is just way too much of an overpay for just Darren Ruff.
Oh shit!
There's
This
just no way.
guy, Christian Encarnacion Strand. He's a big time power guy. That the Reds just got back.
What?
Hmm.
Okay.
the prospect they got.
I-
The
Okay.
Reds actually got like
Yes,
really
I-
good returns.
I will say I
Everything.
interviewed I have a podcast. I've done 2 interviews. I interviewed Aaron Sabato, who's a high A player for the Twins, and he was talking about this guy Encarnacion Strand, and he got called to Double A like 2 weeks ago, and he already has 5 homers and 54 at bats. He has 25
All right,
this
Yankees
year. Like,
news.
he's big
Some
time.
Yankee news.
Oh yeah,
Some Yankee news.
what do we got here?
Jack Curry said that the Yankees have been in trade discussions with teams involving Gleyber Torres. Could that be your?
No way.
Could that be
What the
your
fuck are they
Jorge
trading him for?
Lopez move? Maybe. He probably is
Gleyber
worth more than
Torres?
that right now. He's having a great season.
Gleyber Torres is a great young middle infielder. I don't know why.
He's still young, but it's like
The only way we would have traded Torres, I think, would be for in a Soto trade or a Otani trade.
Officially 2 hours now.
2 hours.
All right, I'm gonna be logging off in a minute now. So I have to go up to the Bronx, baby.
all right.
Enjoy those trade pieces. We got Darren Ruff over here.
We got Darren Ruff, Tyler
All right.
Naquin, and
Good luck. I'm praying for
Hold on.
the Contreras trade, boys. It's been fun.
All right.
See you guys.
See you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Okay,
coming
and
on.
of course, all right. Also, of course, Tim Healy posts something about learning about JD Davis after he's traded. He's still working on getting strength back in his left hand, and doctors told him it would take a full calendar year for him to get the strength back. So watch as he goes to the Giants, gets his strength back, and all of a sudden crushes. Because JD Davis is at the 10-month recovery period, so
The Tony DeComo and Tim Healy narrative pushing. What else is new?
What else is new today, kids? All right, 2 hours. Now the insanity. Let's see who gets desperate. Let's see who loses leverage.
Oh, now everybody loves Billy Epler for getting rid of JD Davis. See, like, this is why I don't take this website
This
seriously.
They bitched about Travis Jankowski being DFA.
Okay, so any updates to the predictions here?
Yeah,
Who went?
Darren Ruff wasn't even on the board.
Darren Ruff was
Yeah,
on the
Darren
board.
Ruff was not
Robertson
on the board.
did not go to the Mets. Yeah, and Chafin better be a Met. That better be the next one. Just Chafin.
There's no
Chiffon.
way they can justify just doing this move in 2 hours.
There's just I don't.
Like
They
that's
better have
a
their Justin
gigantic
Verlander type
L
trade. That's
for
all I gotta
Epler.
say. This is
Yeah, I
First,
don't.
letting Robertson go to Philly
for nothing.
he for nothing.
But if like
he could have
if
had
you can't-
Chafin in the offseason where we wouldn't be stuck in this position of having to trade for relief. And then now
Yeah.
we're, Dom and JD didn't produce
That's the
for
thing.
us, and they
if
screwed us
if
over.
this is all they do, they're screwed. Like that's it. Like that's
And
that's
you know the
bad.
Braves are waiting on something. And you know they're going to make another big trade. You know they made their two
If
moves
the Braves
last-
get Chafin, I might jump out my window. Not gonna lie.
You know they got some up there.
And then Epler's going to come on here at 6:15, 6:30 and say, well, we're waiting on Trevor May to come back, and James McCann's going to be coming back. Hey, DeGrom's coming back tonight. That's
It's
you
like
know
a
that's
trade
gonna be the
deadline
narrative.
acquisition. It's like a trade deadline acquisition.
if-
All right. Oh my God. They have to be looking to do something else. There's just no way in hell.
There's
There's got to be something attached to Ruff too. Like
It doesn't
I
seem that
haven't
way.
heard anything.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
heard
seen
anything
anything
else,
either,
which
but-
means, like I said, gross overpay.
I don't
Isn't
know
it-
how it wasn't
two
Ruff
of those guys
Davis
were in their
straight
top
up.
30, right?
Yeah, I know Seymour was. I don't know about the.
Seymour
His
Zapucki, I
whack
know,
was-
is still in there, but he's low now.
He don't count. He's washed.
I don't know how they got through with this not being Davis Ruff straight up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe if they wanted to do it, Davis and Zapucki for Ruff. That I could
'Cause
accept.
there's just,
at
there
least.
Yeah,
has to
maybe
be
one
something else
before.
there. Like there's just no way.
And now there's your official Soto's trade's now official with the Padres tweeting out. It's done.
Yeah, congratulations, the Padres have done it. Ooh.
The
He has
Padres
9 home runs against lefties compared to 2 home runs against righties, 24 RBIs to 14. He's terrible
He hits a
against
lot of
righties,
fly
191
balls
batting average.
against lefties, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it, but just like
He's
is that
definitely
can't be
platooning.
it. Like it just that
I mean-
can't be it.
I would be hard pressed to believe that is it, but I mean, like this is the one disadvantage of the front office being so tightly sealed, because it is.
Yeah, we don't
like,
know.
we didn't
We're like,
we don't know if that's it or not, because the Mets haven't cleared anything else yet, because no other, like that's the double-edged sword of this environment. Like we know that Ruff has been traded, but we don't know if anything else has happened because the Mets haven't cleared it yet. Also, the Giants haven't said anything either, so obviously something else could be in the works.
He definitely supplies a lot of power against the lefties.
Yeah,
I mean, I
Ruff
will
also
give
has
him
almost
that.
as many hits in like 2/3 less of at bats, like 28 hits and 111. I mean, like he
Maybe
crushed the
because
ball.
maybe because
Just
we were
give
so
me Hobby Baez again. Just
That'd be fun. I mean, he'd probably start hitting.
I'll take him again. Again,
Phillies. Phillies designated the wife beater for an assignment.
maybe
As all
because we
things
were
should
so disappointed in the lack of production from Dom Smith and JD Davis that these two guys now are going to be way more productive than they would ever be. Like, look at what Vogelback's done in like 7 games. He's already done
Yeah.
more than these two guys have done throughout the entire season. So maybe Ruff complements that on the right-hand side. I don't know, but
Vogelbach's walked
look for
half as
more out
much
of a
as Dom
DH.
Smith already has been. Dom Smith had
They
152 plate
They
appearances.
need
Vogelbach
a
has
somewhat
5.
headliner, though. They just need one of those headliners.
Yeah, they need that. Yeah.
They do.
I think that probably Contreras or bust. I would think like the Mets would probably still trade for Contreras. I'm still gonna hold to that.
Yeah. Like I said
But
before,
then,
they've really never done that during the trade deadline. Besides Cespedes, everything is little component pieces, little tiny moves here and there to help out the roster. They never did the big move like in 06 when they could have got Manny Ramirez for blasting Millage.
Now?
Sherman just tweeted out, with all the complimentary bats done, the Mets are now concentrating on adding relievers. And again, using plural, not just one.
Well, go to Detroit. They got a whole bunch for us.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you get Chafin and Soto, I'd be content. I mean, that'd be fine. Wrap them both up, and then you take
They do need a headline bat, though. It's just they need something like that. But
I think that I am hard leaning into Contreras because like that's it. That's like the last thing. Like he would in the starting 9, that would be like the last real thing to worry about. Because then it's like
I still haven't heard any word about Brett Martin getting traded. I'm kind of pissed.
Shut up! You're not getting Brett Martin.
Brett Martin's a god, and I won't let go of that. All right.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for curveballs. What do you want from me?
Why do I have a weird feeling that Dipoto is going to trade for JD Martinez?
It's possible, yeah.
I mean, that's not unreasonable. That's completely like
because you know how he loves to make trades. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mets don't get him. I think the Mariners might jump. Even getting Mitch Haniger back, I could still definitely see them.
I think the Rays are the front for Contreras still, though.
Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, because they're trying to replace Zunino. It works out well for them. They can afford to attach like a somewhat good prospect because they have such a deep farm that it's like, they can because Zunino's done for the year, right? He's done. So
I wouldn't be surprised if the Mets get a reliever like that we haven't heard of yet. And it's like a guy with a 4.30 ERA, but maybe he's really good against lefties, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just like where this is heading now.
Was it the Tigers or Texas? There was one reliever about them being very interested in. I do like him. What was the?
Oh, God knows.
Was it a Tiger? What was his name?
Was it like Matt Moore on the Rangers or something?
Oh, God, I hope
Jason Foley. Right-hander, 26 years old, yeah. Oh, Matt Manning's going to be pitching today?
Whoa. Detroit?
Tigers?
Nice.
Isn't he just getting called up? Barlow?
Barlow's an option, yeah. That's an option.
Also, as it stands right now...
Yeah, Martino just put on the price on Wilson Contreras would have come down a lot for the Mets to get him before 6 tonight. The Mets and Cubs have talked, but never really ignited. So it looks like.
Oh, remember also Martino also hates the Mets because his buddy Jeff isn't in the front office anymore. So like,
Martino has been saying that this whole week. He's just regurgitating the same stuff that he's been saying all week.
And as it stands,
that also comes down to the point of when you're talking about Martino is that 99% of him, he's a reactor. He's not really a reporter. That's what he does. Does he have sources? Yes. But you can't take any, it's such a grain of salt. It really is.
Yeah. I mean, this is the second thing he's ever broken. He broke Taijuan Walker and now he's broke Darren Ruff to the Mets. So there you go. What he breaks.
And apparently the Darren Ruff, apparently that is the deal from what I've been seeing because it's been posted officially a couple of places. So doesn't seem to be anything else attached to it. So the Mets just massively overpaid for a guy that they're hoping will produce the same degree that Vogelbach's been producing on the opposite side.
It's not even like he's a big time power bat either. The most home runs he's hit in a season is 16. Or the Mets are just going to spray the ball all over the place.
He
I mean,
does
that
hit the
works
ball
for the most
hard,
part, but they
though.
still need a power bat.
He does hit the ball hard, though.
Uh,
So did JD
Mike
Davis,
Rizzo's
though.
talking. Fuck you, Mike Rizzo. Oh, no, maybe not right now.
Bullet holes right through your television, man.
Right, punched right through his fucking bald head.
I think he knows he's gone, Rizzo. I think he knows it's done. Can we get Sean? That's good. You're gonna have to overpay it more than you got for Darren Ruff for that. I'm gonna tell you right now. Sean Murphy,
And they're hesitant to hold on to
Murphy's got a
Vientos, but
lot
then
of
they're going to
control,
overpay
right?
for Darren Ruff. Make that make sense.
all the guys they've said to be interested in hit fly balls. I'm okay with it. But the bigger the bad, the bigger the not. He has good splits again. Yeah, he does. He does have
and
good splits
JD Martinez has been injured, so
Yeah.
He has.
Once Christian
older now.
Vasquez
Yes,
went off the board, that kind of trade with JT Martinez was like, it wasn't attractive enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
And they
bad
really,
I
and they really don't have any relievers that you would want either.
Yeah.
I only see them getting a catcher, or very, very rare, they try to replace Eduardo Escobar / backup Luis Guillorme or whatever, but that's not going to happen. Like, there's no third baseman that are just going to be like just come off the board like that. There is one that I know Andrew mentioned for a second.
What?
Evan Longoria.
Well, I mean, he's injured too, but they're not gonna.
He's injured too.
Yeah. I'd take him over Eduardo Escobar, but
That just can't be it. That really just can't be it.
The Mets basically are allowing this to, like, the rest of this season go down to the wire, so that like the Braves are gonna be in this until the end. The division's gonna come down to like the last 2 games.
Or maybe they're banking that having DeGrom, Scherzer, and Bassett at the top 3 is just going to bury them alone. Like, that's the thing. It's like,
I mean, there's a legit chance they could bury him this weekend, like to get that back up to 7 at max. What?
Because their whole rotation's going to pitch in that entire series, so you're maybe guaranteed at least 2 wins. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Jake staying healthy is still. It's still iffy for me.
Like, yeah. If you look at the teams that they're facing at like August 25th onward, like they're facing Los Angeles once for 3 games, and Milwaukee for a series in late September, and Atlanta in October. But the rest of that is like, I don't know how many games this is exactly. 4, 3, it's 7, 10, 13, 16, 20.
They have the 7th easiest schedule.
What we saw all year, I mean, how the Mets pitching has been overall, we have the pitching to shut any team down. It's just like getting that run support, Yeah,
I guess they're banking on the fact
that flashes you back to last year where they were relying way too much on the starting pitching and it just fell apart. And you don't know if it's going to do that because you don't know if that's going to happen again because Jake is a question mark. Scherzer's not getting any older, even though he comes back from injuries like the Messiah. Bassett's a workhorse, but like, Taijuan Walker's had injuries in the past.
Yeah.
Carrasco's starting to show his age, even though he's had some quality starts and not quality starts. So it's like Tyler McGill is probably not going to come back to the rotation.
Also, the Cubs lineup has and Contreras is in the lineup, but as a DH, not as a catcher. So,
so they're trying for him not to get hurt.
Yep,
basically.
Yeah, basically, in case something does happen.
Okay.
Better be more. That's all I gotta say.
I just got a Bleacher Report notification. Oh, it's Martino. Fuck off, Martino. Mets unlikely to get Contreras. All right, thanks, man. Thanks.
That jersey's clean. Appreciate it, Luke.
Yeah, and the Mets and Trevor
they
Bauer
stole the All-Star design. I mean, literally, I bought this 2 years ago, and this was the All-Star design.
I really like to know what the Cubs asked for from the Mets, or what the Mets offered for Robertson when he goes for the 26th man in the farm system.
John Abe and Pablo
Ramirez.
Lopez will not be traded tonight unless a big return.
I think Alex Ramirez was asked for.
Oh, then you hang up the phone right now and there.
Like Alex Ramirez and Matt Allen, because they talked about Matt Allen being a Cub.
Yeah.
And
And then they like Jalen Palmer, but like I don't know. Andrew, your jersey is clean according to Luke, by the way.
Yeah, so.
I like gold. Gold. Hey, the Mets should have a gold because I mean we have a rich owner, so we should show it off a little bit. Like a gold.
I mean, do we? Because the Padres are getting Juan Soto and Josh Hader, and we're getting Darren Ruff. Do we have a rich owner?
Dude, Darren Ruff is better than Tatis. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, that's facts, but come
on. Tatis hater. How can you hate Tatis, dude?
I don't hate him. He's just not the best shortstop. There's players better.
Baseball needs him. Come on. How can you not like Tatis? Tatis, as we call him.
Tatis.
All right, we are less than 2 hours to the deadline.
And now the Phillies are pushing hard for Carlos Rondon. And we're getting Darren. Darren Ruff can kill Rondon, but Phillies are adding Robertson, potentially Rondon, and the Mets are adding.
I think I had. Did I have? No, I had Atlanta for Carlos Rodon because I know they're going to do something annoying. Because I'm trying to be on top of them. But why does everyone hate Andy Martino?
Because
why does everyone not hate Andy Martino? He's bad. Very bad.
A lot of Mets, like other reporter guys, like Ernest Dava is another guy frequents the Mets and is making a well-founded assumption that nobody wants to deal with the Mets in fear of Steve Cohen because if they give anybody to the Mets, that they can basically lock them up ad infinitum until they get the right team. So the Mets have to overpay to get what they want.
Well, what's the Dodgers?
But then the Yankees get discounts on Mona.
I mean, that was expressed for
one.
That was expressed for 2 months for Javi Baez. So
yeah,
but like you said, what's the Yankees' excuse and what's the Dodgers' excuse?
Exactly.
I mean, they just keep piling on players too.
Yeah, the Yankees.
The
Yankees have
they
though.
don't have the big boogeyman at the top of the thing that's worth like $15 fucking billion. Like that's the biggest exception. Like
yeah, but there's a tax. Like he can't overspend after a certain amount. Like
everyone remember like that there was a big deal when he got voted in. Like a lot of owners didn't like the fact that he was like a single entity worth so much to own the team back when he was originally going to buy out the shares for the Mets. Like that was, you have to remember that like
he made a lot of initial enemies. I mean that was.
I mean, and that's like, and the owners are being petty in a sense of like charging the Mets more for the same talent that, like they probably wanted, like for example, take the package minus JD Davis and ship that to the Cubs for Robertson. That's probably what they were asking for. Like three prospects for Robertson as opposed to one for the Phillies. Like that's the tax that is not seen. Like,
and this point actually counteracts with a lot of the owners because of Scott Boras being friends with Steve Cohen and becoming, they love each other now. Because we all know Sandy hates Boras, he has that move where he's good. If he's good friends with Boras, we saw it with Max Scherzer. I mean, building a relationship with Boras is definitely important, even though he's a pain in the ass. He's damn good at his job, and he gets guys what they want. So,
yeah. Joel Sherman says in 268 plate appearances since May 1st, Darren Ruff has a slash line of 286, 396, 529, and an OPS of 924, 27 extra base hits, including 13 home runs.
Yeah, like it's a Rays type move or Giants type move, however you want to pronounce it. But that's not going to get the fan base excited. Like it's a good player. Again, it's a Vogelbach. It's a good move.
I feel like if the Yankees made that type of move, they probably wouldn't give up as much. Again, I think it's just because of the state that the Mets farm system is in. We're just kind of in like a different tier, and we're trying to win now. So it kind of stinks that they have to kind of be hesitant with these prospects. But like, you don't give Max Scherzer $43 million a year.
And then Penny.
It's like, come on, you know what I mean?
The thing too is like Max Scherzer is now 38 years old. We don't know what we're going to get from him next year. He could be awesome or he could start regressing. Jacob deGrom, we don't know if he's re-signing. Like the Mets have to go for it this year now, especially now having the second best record in franchise history. You kind of have to go for it.
You have a lot of free agents on the market after this year too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, you don't know. This team could look completely different next year. And that's the thing.
There's no guarantees.
It's okay.
The
Mark
only two
Vientos
prospects
has good Twitter
untouchable
highlights.
are Beatty and Alvarez. Everybody else should be on the table. Aram as a fight to keep off the table. But
Aram
if it goes
Aram
to
is
the
just
perfect
like
trade, go.
Mauricio, like a controllable piece. Aram should go, but I mean, you want to back away from the PCA thing, but like when you look at PCA, like I don't really like this as an excuse with the whole PCA deal. Yes, they gave up PCA for 2 months of Javier Baez. Trevor Williams has been great, but it hasn't really been, evened out in value. But was the Mets team last year in a comfortable seat in first place and 28 games over 500 last year?
I think
had an actual
if the Mets had made that trade this year, PCA for Baez, with the way the Mets are now, we would not be talking about that trade ever again because of where we were last year, falling apart with no chance to, make it to the playoffs. They just did it to appease, making a move. If they would have did that this year, PCA wouldn't even be an issue.
Yeah.
Even if it was only for a short time of Javi Baez. If that was the last piece to get us to a championship or at least to the World Series, that we wouldn't be talking about PCA again.
Yep.
Yeah, I just, you've already, again, I'm not the biggest guy of just put all the chips in and everything, but you already made that, the damage of that is already done. You brought in Max Scherzer, you brought in Francisco Lindor, you already made that damage. So they only have one choice, then it's just go for it. Go, do it. I mean, why not? Go ahead,
And
I can be called a prospect hugger a lot, but the position you're in, I mean, just go for it.
The Mets are only making these moves because they made these mistakes in the offseason. They could have signed Chafin in the offseason. They could have improved the DH in the offseason by bringing in Schwarber and saying, forget J.D. Davis and Dom Smith and sending them off for, who was it, Emilio Pagan for the bullpen and Paddock and all, they could have made these moves and they didn't. They wanted to stick with them and it didn't work again.
They also wanted to stick with Robinson Cano too, which just even hurt them even more. So, but yeah. It's a domino effect, but we'll see what they do here. It's all about for what they're going to do this season so far, and then you worry about it after the off season. Not going to say it won't be stressful, but we'll see. Makes me nervous with the whole situation of Nimmo and DeGrom because you barely see Mets. DeGrom and Wright are the only players that you've seen actually get an extension. I understand we have a new ownership here that could keep these guys here long term, such as Pete Alonso or Jeff McNeil or whatever, but we don't really have anything to any evidence to base off of that it's going to happen. And just keeping guys here long term because homegrown guys, they leave. We've seen that happen all the time. So it stinks. I mean, we see the 2015 rotation, they're all gone except DeGrom. I mean, that's just how it looks right now.
Yeah, but none of those guys were really worth re-signing. Matt Harvey got hurt. Steven Matz was an implosion waiting to happen. Syndergaard was the only one that kind of screwed us over. So, I mean, it could have been him and DeGrom leading the charge, but
Wheeler was a mistake, but we probably wouldn't have got Francisco Lindor for that because of what's his name? Isaiah Green was in that trade, but I don't know if he was really the front liner. It kind of was just Jimenez and Rosario, but I'm glad Jimenez is doing well. I think it worked out for both sides, personally.
Both
right now.
And Jimenez, top in the top 3 rated players in Cleveland right now.
Yeah,
because you knew Rosario was always going to hit.
I still can't believe that extension that they gave Jose Ramirez
for no
discount. He deserves so much more.
You could at least got what Austin Riley got, but damn.
Austin Riley. Well, the Braves have voodoo magic. That's just how they work. So.
Yeah, Anthopoulos just put you to gunpoint. You're signing this extension, and you're not getting any more.
And you're donating 2% of your salary to whatever charity you're.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. I hate the Braves so much. And the fact, what makes it so petty about them is that they announce it by themselves. That
exactly. They always announce their own moves.
Screw you. I hate you. I hate the Braves so much.
An hour and a half.
So
man.
annoying.
Come on, somebody.
I'm gonna go get a snack real quick. Hopefully nothing. Watch when I step away from my computer or something will happen in the 5 minutes. I'm going to go
Contreras
find
will
my
be a
refrigerator.
Met when you come back, man. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I think other GMs took advantage of the inexperience of Zach Scott, or they took advantage of him being drunk. Maybe he was, intoxicated making that trade. It's possible. But yeah, we got quite a few people in here, guys. Questions, comments, anything? Give us what you're thinking right now. I know it's very nerve-wracking today. We also have Jacob deGrom taking the mound today for the first time in 91 days. It's going to be quite the day for Mets fans. But so far, it's been a little underwhelming. Darren Ruff is the most recent one to come here. Tyler Naquin. And
Vogelbach?
then Daniel Vogelbach. So that's what we've gotten so far. And then Michael Perez. That's about it. Albies and Acuna. I mean, that's kind of just their agents that kind of screwed them there. But, is there any trade clauses in Acuna's? Like, is there any, opt-outs in his contract? Because, that contract is disgraceful that the Braves gave him. Acuna is such a good player. Why 4 players for Ruff? I wish I could tell you. I really wish club option. Oh, that is just awful. Wow. The Braves really just robbed Ronald Acuna. They have a club option in the last 2 years of the contract when he's 29 and 30. So he's going to be a free agent at 31 years old, one of the best players in the game. Wow. God, I hate the Braves so much. Do you think Epler is under Sandy's cheap ways?
I mean, that's what everyone's going to say.
Yeah, San Diego
I think
just
their
got
hands
out
are more
there.
tied, but it's possible. You hate the Braves because the Mets are past few years they
Padres
have been,
are getting Brandon Drury now?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Wait.
Okay. All right. Anybody have San Diego for? No, I guess not. Huh. All right.
Also, I have a future prediction from my brother as well. I took a break off of work really quick to tell me that on the Padres, Soto will be traded in about a year or so for returning prospects, and Bell will be extended.
Oh, now that Clown Martino just did a video. Oh boy.
All right. So what is his prediction on Jacob deGrom returning next year? What's the deal?
Jacob is returning, but it's going to be like a trade deadline-esque kind of thing where it's going to be like right before like spring training sets out. But
like the Lindor I can't take that.
Like one of those. Yeah, it's going to be a last-minute thing, but pretty sure both of us are pretty sure that deGrom is not leaving. Mainly because right now the Mets have a really good chance of making several postseason runs. So the only other places he would go would be the Dodgers or the Padres or the Yankees or whatever. But I think the Mets are the only team in a position to pay him the money he wants.
Anthony, you got a fan in here.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
I wish I could tell. I mean, all I can say is that Trevor May is who we're getting.
Trevor May fucking better be good.
And Tyler McGill, but that still doesn't have a timetable yet.
That's not even until the end of August. It's the Mets always do this, where they wait for someone to come back from injury, and that's the big move.
It never works out.
Every freaking year they do it. Every year it doesn't work. Just stop.
Yeah, we thought this was over with Steve, where money, you do what you need, and then the injured guys are a bonus. But nope, now we're going to depend on Trevor May and Tyler McGill out of the bullpen.
If
Trevor
Sandy
May
is if he
fastballs
gets
down
sort
the
of Sandy in the offseason, you know that Sandy had some kind of dealing with this, I feel
Yeah.
if he's gone in the offseason, then he's definitely had a part in this trade deadline.
Well, he didn't remember. Well, according to Ramsey, he didn't want Robertson, so everybody else wanted him, but of course Sandy doesn't. But again, we don't know that for sure. Brandon Drury to the Padres. Where the hell's he gonna play? Where the hell's he? I guess maybe he's the DH now.
I guess he's the DH because Voit is gone. Yeah.
But did they necessarily need him with that freaking lineup that they have? I don't think so.
Oh God. Now
It's
what do we
top
got?
heavy still though.
Jerry's Familia's DFA'd. Of course.
We definitely needed someone in the lineup, and we got Darren Ruff.
We get Darren Ruff. The Padres are going for the World Series. They're getting Soto, Hader, Drury. What are the Mets? And Josh Bell. Mets, we're gonna get Darren Ruff and Dan Vogelbach.
I mean, we do have our hater already, so we're fine.
Yeah, don't worry about
That's really ruin all the baseball. But
Victor Acosta.
listen, Hader has a higher fly ball rate than Drew Smith. I'm not moved. Okay, not happening.
Coming into today, I said for this day to be successful, they needed to bring in at least 2 relievers. They got now an hour and a half to do that. Forget about Ruff.
I
think if I were to try and offload a player, maybe send Dom to the Tigers and get a couple back. Dom
and now
couldn't do
San
much
Diego
worse.
has cleared out their whole top 6 prospects because now their number 6 prospect is going to Cincinnati. They've cleaned out their 1 through 6 prospects.
Was their 6th best prospect for Brandon Drury?
Yeah.
They better freaking win.
Wow. Preller is literally putting his legacy on the line right now.
Exactly. If they don't win, Preller needs to be fired.
If they get taken out by the Dodgers again.
He plays MLB The Show way too damn much. That's all this guy does.
Yeah, we've all...
Well, now they're saying, okay, I guess either Bob Nightingale's dumb as hell or the other guy's dumb as hell because somebody's reporting Acosta as their 6th prospect, and now Nightingale's like, no, he's their 11th. Let's clarify. Who's the dumbass?
Pipeline? Are they looking at Pipeline or are they looking at something else? Because there's 2 different things.
Oh yeah. Let's check Pipeline.
Mayor, I need you to screw off with the former Met Watch crap right now. Can you stop doing that? Thanks.
According to Pipeline, he's 6, but also now you have to take into account they've traded 1 through 5, so he could be the 11th going into the day. But
okay, that's good. That's good, man.
Today's gonna be rough. That's actually
okay. But what was I gonna say? One message that has not gotten across yet. Yesterday, there was a report that the Astros are not done. So that's another team that's yet to swoop in today. Or they've done something, or am I missing?
No, they haven't had one of the big deals today. Like, remember one of the fun predictions that both A and F, both of us have, is that Happ will probably could go to there because Soto's now no longer there, and plus gives them a good hitting outfield option.
Okay, all 4 Mets fans here, so I can ask this, and you can get mad at me if you want for saying it and putting it out there. But what if our only bullpen acquisition is Jerry's Familia?
Okay.
No.
Oh, and the Padres aren't done now because Joel Sherman's saying the Padres are still trying to make more trades, including Will Myers and money. So they're not done either. But we're getting Darren Ruff.
But we're getting Darren Ruff.
I'd rather have the Mets do nothing than get Familia back. We've been there, done that twice.
The Mets fans that wanted to bring back Jerry's Familia, I don't think slapping them in the face is enough. Can we stop? Listen, I understand Familia. He's talented, but it's how many times are you going to keep recycling the same garbage? It hasn't worked out. It's enough already. There's some guys they just have to let go. That's it. It's enough. And look what happened with him in Philly this year. Philly's not a good example because they ruin relievers, but whatever. Odubel Herrera has also been DFA'd.
Yep.
Hopefully he never gets a job in the MLB again. But
Hey, hey, look, Philadelphia doing something right. DFAing 2 wife beaters. Nice. Good job, Philly.
actually, Familia, yeah, that was false stuff. But it was the weirdest process, though. That was a very weird. The whole Jerry's Familia stuff was so weird. I basically held it out and like blacklisted him. It was just weird.
And the Padres aren't done. Yeah, that's. Watch them get Contreras too. Watch them stay screwed.
They want Contreras.
They want exactly. They want him. Watch them go get him.
If they want a catcher, I do know one who's coming off a rehab right now and just hit a home run in Double-A yesterday. I do know one former All-Star, Victor Acosta. Yeah, saw that.
Man. So the Padres. They've added 4 All-Stars. The Mets, 2 fat guys, and
so the Padres are basically just trying to counter what the Dodgers did last year.
Hey.
That's what.
And they succeeded.
And they succeeded, and they got better because they got freaking Juan Soto.
This is payback for last year's botched Scherzer trade.
The Dodgers have been too silent.
Exactly. They're getting Ian Happ or something else.
They're getting something.
Watch them try. I said this in one of our videos, either chilling. Watch them overpay for Bednar.
Yeah.
Because Kimbrel's been so inconsistent. Watch them go to Pittsburgh. You want Pages, you want Bush, have them both. We want Bednar.
All I know is
the Dodgers are probably still going to make a move. I'm pretty sure that the Braves and the Phillies are still not going to be as silent as they are right now.
Yeah. I don't think these types of comparisons are they're both pieces of shit.
They're both pieces of shit human beings, and that's all we're going to say about the subject.
Yeah.
Keep it sweet, short, and simple.
When Josh Hader isn't even your best acquisition in the trade deadline. Fucking Juan Soto, man.
Am I the only one who just saw that Antonio Brown has a dance trend going on right now? What TMZ? What the fuck am I? What?
Okay, as a Raider fan, I don't care. All right, don't care at all.
What, he didn't want to play for your shitty
Nothing
quarterback?
he does surprises me at this point. The dude's a nut job. All right. God.
But it's okay, guys. We get Jacob deGrom back today. We don't need to add anybody else.
Trade deadline acquisition, Jacob deGrom.
Does Zeppler know it's the deadline? Yeah, I don't think he does.
So we have Sleepy Sandy. What is it? Bedtime Billy we're going with? Is that where we're...
Yeah, Bedtime Billy. That seems about right.
And then last year was Zach Scott with just a bunch of Z's.
Yeah,
snoozing.
Zach Attack. See, now I have the worst timeline right now because I've got Cardinal fans bitching that they didn't give up Carlson for Soto, and I got Mets fans bitching about them not getting anybody. Yeah, this is a perfect timeline.
I mean, if there's any consolation, the Padres' top 30 is now just 9.
It's just 9.
Yeah, so that 21 of their top 30 are gone. Granted, that they did it the way that was supposed to. Like that is the way you get rid of your top 20.
How Brody Van Wagenen did it.
It was just brain dead stupidity. But now watch Hader blow a few games in the plus.
I mean, let's be real. In Brody's defense, I mean, what's the difference between Jake Marisnick and Juan Soto? Let's be real for a second. Not much of a difference.
Jake Marisnick.
You both play baseball, right? You start there.
Oh my goodness. Now Hader blow a few games in the playoffs. Yeah, Hader's not good in the postseason, but hey, how is Darren Ruff in the postseason? That's my main question. How is he in the postseason? Because I know JD Martinez is great in the postseason, but all right, let's see. Darren Ruff. He is horrible in the postseason. Okay.
Great.
All right. Lovely.
The Seattle Mariners.
He's only had like a few plate appearances, but
the Giants fire sale continues. The Mariners are acquiring Kirk Casale from the Giants.
Okay.
Another catcher better than James McCann. Damn.
I mean,
Watch this.
I'm still hoping hopefully more to deal with that deal for Ruff, which obviously I assume, but like I could imagine possibly like Harleen Garcia or something like that coming over as a reliever.
I would have taken a flyer on Alex Cobb. Like
that was an overpay if I've ever freaking seen one. Yes, what's it called? The two decent relievers for Joe Grisham, but that was the Blue Jays overpaying, just trading 2 for 2 relievers. Zach, what was it? Poppin? Who was the other one?
Anthony Bass.
And Bass.
I am so glad Zach.
I mean, both of them kill the Mets. So they can
division.
go. I'm happy they're out of the division, but the fact that
Zach Pop is so annoying. He's more annoying than Epler. Not Epler. Blyer. More annoying than him.
Mets are decent against Blyer, but
he's more annoying than Epler. Yeah. Okay.
It's a shame if Zach Pop gets any good. You have a joke of him being a catcher, like call it Pop time.
Pop time.
Should have been a catcher.
Man,
like that guy
20
Outman.
minutes, Billy, get it done.
Guy Outman should have been a pitcher, a reliever.
That guy, what's his name? Fishman. He's on the Marlins. Who's that guy that was?
Yeah, he got DFA'd after one start.
Oh, that stinks.
Hey, he got on the MLB pension. You just got to make an appearance. You're good.
No, that's fair.
It's interesting to see Steve Cohen get killed on Twitter right now because the Mets are not making who they're wanting Steve Cohen now.
Cohen is probably chilling at .72 right now, doing his day job. All right, leave the guy alone. See, that's the biggest. See, that is the smartest thing Billy Epler has done. He has not made a Twitter account.
He doesn't know what Twitter is. Oh man!
I believe in you, Ep Dog. Come through, man. Come through.
Chafin again. Just get Chafin. That's the first one, and then try to get a second one.
Call the police. It's possible, man. It's possible. If anything Jeff Wilpon has done, I'm not surprised. I really am not surprised.
Why do you think Martino's
some shit that comes out about him? So, but all right, we're approaching an hour left. Get Gregory Soto. I'm good. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but
Chafin or bust. That's the only lefty I want.
Mets are working on getting Ohtani on the down low. Solves a lot of issues. Solves a lot of issues.
2 roster spots for one person. And Carson, I sent you that as one of the predictions for the trade deadline.
You did.
Yep.
I will screenshot it and tag you on Twitter if it does happen. So.
Yep. We called it.
I will do
it. But obviously, and I'll still hold to it in the offseason because I honestly think the Mets probably have the best
timeline. Jesus.
Of pulling him away from the
Baseball AF was on it initially.
Fact. Baseball AF broke it originally.
Oh my God,
bro! This Carlos Rondon of the Phillies is heating up. A bunch of Phillies reporters are saying they're pushing hard. This is not good.
All right, so pitcher of the month: Dylan Cease and Merrill Kelly, and then relievers of the month: Jordan Romano and the Sugar Edwin Diaz.
Are you sure it wasn't going to be Giovanni Gallegos or Ryan Helsley, according to Cardinals Twitter?
Dude, what happened to Giovanni Gallegos? He used to be so good. What happened to him?
Oh, now we got people saying, "Oh, why overpay for fucking Darren Ruff? You can just call up Mark Vientos." Oh boy.
Mark Vientos doesn't have an OPS over 900 against left-handed pitching 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Darren Ruff can also lift the ball. So.
Yeah.
Bro, this freaking again. What are the Dodgers doing? Because they're not doing anything. Joey Gallo cannot be their only thing they do.
Imagine the scenes if he is.
If they only get Joey Gallo, that might be more embarrassing than what the Mets do.
They did get Chris Martin. It's a good pickup, but like they need something else.
That is true. Chris Martin's pretty decent.
Let's hope for that's being the only thing that they do.
Oh, and okay, that's actually facts. Like Martino was the one that dropped the Ruff thing, but literally no other major reporter has confirmed that. Like you haven't gotten a Heyman
No Mets.
I
no
saw
Mets
Nightingale. I saw Nightingale.
You're gonna trust Nightingale? That's where I'm saying an actual relevant person.
Listen,
one
he
else-
had his
neither-
resurgence bandwagon during the lockout. Okay, he's all right.
He's better. I mean, but still, like the Mets haven't posted their
Hey,
official.
Exactly. The Mets have
Nightingale
the
gets a
Giants
lot of
haven't
hate, but
posted
he's a
anything.
good dude. Nightingale
I
gets
like-
a lot of hate, but he's a good dude.
He
is
means
a good dude.
very well.
He does mean well.
So
He's very unaware, but he's like
that's why he's so. That's why he's so well. Because that's why he means so well because
He's a
he's
good
completely
dude.
unaware of the thing. Like there's an account that's literally dedicated to saying the opposite of what he says.
he's got influence. All right, he's got influence.
Bob-
Frank,
Look at the
Frank is
Traded
here.
Marshall.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, the
Frank,
old
how
man.
are you?
He's
You
got a lot more
sweating?
gray hairs and less hair.
Cue the Stephen A. Smith. I am not in a very good mood today. Today has been a very bad day. Just cue that. That's all I'm gonna
Oh
say.
my goodness.
You still have time, but oh boy.
Ugh,
Oh boy.
this just can't be it. That can't be it.
What bothers me is that this can't be it with what all the other contenders are doing, what the Yankees are doing, what the Astros are doing, what the Padres are doing. You can't be like, they're rough. Thank you.
We're getting Jacob DeGrom back. That's
it-
the biggest trade deadline.
So the
That's
Mets
the
have a
biggest
weakness at catcher in the bullpen, and you can make the case at third base as
Excuse
well.
me, we have
but
an
we have
all-star
Jacob
at the
DeGrom.
catcher position.
Who's been hurt?
We have an all-star at the catcher position.
Who's been hurt? But
I mean,
He homered in
besides the
Double A
Dodgers,
yesterday.
every good team has a shitty catcher, so that's really not any different. The Yankees,
The
best, they got
Dodgers,
Levino.
Braves, they're too quiet right now.
Yeah, the Dodgers and
Yeah.
Rays are.
the Dodgers are the team that scare me the most right now. They're
Yeah.
way
A lot of Mets Twitter is also like coming around to saying like, okay, yeah, it's just Martino who's reported the Mets got rough, so it's like, okay, let's like hold your
no one else is saying.
like literally no one else. I mean, now granted that it's gotten Martino a lot of clicks, which is good for him, but at the same time, we're like, we haven't gotten a passing bomb for the Mets or Rosenthal like mentioning that a deal has been finished at all. So like, this is the office being like so back to the previous point of them
Hey,
being
Theo,
so-
death, taxes, Martino is pissing me off, man. All right.
and that's like, we gotta wait until the deadline's over and then the deals will be announced. Is basically what it
there'll be
is. So
more
it's,
deals
it's,
filtered after the
double-edged-
deadline.
it's the double-edged.
My thing is, let's just say for the sake of argument, it's JD Martinez. Where does the roster spot go now? Because you got rid of JD Davis's roster spot in exchange for Darren Ruff. It's like, okay, well, where's JD go? Like, who's gone for him?
Dom Smith, I'd assume.
Yohan
Well, Don
Lopez.
Smith's already not on the roster because he's hurt.
That's true. Yeah,
Yohan
you're right.
Lopez.
You're right.
You want low?
It
No,
might
you have to
be
keep that
someone in the
pitchers
bullpen.
crap now. Yeah, they got to keep that 13 pitchers or whatever.
Yeah.
Bye, Luis Guillorme. Bye.
Why? I mean, I probably like him a bit too much, but Guillorme's been hitting just fine. I've been very happy with he's been doing.
The thing is that people are getting pissed off about him because he's a bench. He's the guy that comes off the bench, but he's starting every day because Eduardo Escobar has been so like lackadaisical batting left-handed, and we're seeing a lot of right-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
When the fuck
did they It's put like- this
out last week? The fuck?
I mean, you're going to see a lot of right-handed pitchers. So if they wanted to
Yeah.
platoon Beatty and Escobar at some point, fine by me. I mean, at this point. Because what other? I think like there's not really any third base options out there right now. Obviously, Drury's gone. I wasn't high on him to begin with, but there's not a lot of third basemen available right now. I feel like you have a better chance of getting something from Brett Beatty by the end of the year than you do.
I am totally
third
fine
basemen you
with
could trade for.
I'm totally fine with waiting out to September for Beatty and calling him up if he's hitting. I'm telling you.
Do you think Beatty's going to come up over Vientos from Double A?
I think I said this in our
Yes,
video.
he can't play
yesterday.
third that well at all.
I said this in our video yesterday. I think Beatty's more major league ready than Vientos, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, if Vientos doesn't have a position, like, what are they holding on to him for? Same thing with Mauricio. If these
That's
guys
the
don't
thing.
have a
That's the
position,
thing.
what in the world are they holding on to them for?
I've been thinking the same exact thing. That's what's been frustrating me. Why would he hold up a JD Martinez or a Wilson Contreras deal if Vientos' future's at DH anyway? Why don't you trade for Contreras, re-sign him, make him your DH?
But
it's
Frank,
like-
have you seen his
it's-
Twitter highlights? Have you seen the Twitter highlights?
I get it.
Come on now.
I know, but still, like,
Or is
I
MLB
don't
the show
think
card?
it's
I mean,
as
come on
complicated as
now.
the Mets are making it out to be. And if we're gonna go by the philosophy that we got burned with Pete Crow Armstrong, then you're never gonna get anything done if you're gonna be afraid for the rest of the time.
That's the thing is that what position was that team in last year at this point? This team is 28 games over 500. They have an actual legit chance to win. They had no chance of competing with the Dodgers even before they got Max Scherzer or Trey Turner. They were just trying to make the playoffs. That was it.
Yeah, that's the only reason why that trade got panned.
Chance to win it all right now.
Robert Murray is saying that the Cubs may hold on to Wilson Contreras and try to re-sign him or extend a qualifying offer.
It's better than the Dodgers or Padres getting them, but JD is a DH. I don't.
Old man Wi-Fi now.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
That also, a lot of people, it sounds like that's like a Chicago leak to try and get people like, oh, they're not going to sign.
Last
do it.
minute.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like we got an hour and 10 minutes. Ooh, like, yeah, it's playing the media game, and like it's just. I mean, obviously they're trying to play the game the right way, but at the end of the day, like if there are only certain suitors, they're like, okay, that's cool, that's great.
So, yeah, supposedly Marino said the Guardians were interested.
Very small trade. Sandy Leon from the Guardians, right?
That was another thing. I thought Cleveland would be a little bit more active than they are. But
I'm still holding out for them getting JD Martinez. I'm still holding out for them to do that.
The other thing that's bothering me is that when they trade Colin Holderman and they're like, oh, well, there'll be other relievers for us to get that we can replace Colin Holderman, no problem. And they still have not gotten a single reliever.
I feel like they're banking way too much on these guys coming back from injury. It's just like
they can't do that again.
Get it? Why are they doing that?
At 6:15, when Billy Epler comes on here,
I think Tyler McGill will dominate out of the bullpen. Absolutely, but like, there's no timetable for him.
Will he even make it through the year? Will he get hurt again?
That's the thing. Like, and then Trevor May has been a complete gem this year so far when he was pitching. Like, I mean.
And Trevor May, I understand, like, all of his advanced numbers are good, but every now and then he's just going to leave one over the middle, home run, game over.
He also has some control problems too, so it's like, I don't know.
They can't take that philosophy. I just really hope that those days were over. I can't do it again. I really can't.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Trevor May, like in 21, like when he was healthy, like you put him in a high leverage situation, he delivered just about every single time. I mean, that was one of my. It's funny that video actually got attention on Twitter. I did one on him briefly about how good he was in that year. So if you put him in those select situations, he performs at that level because he provides exactly what you need. Like he's a high leverage guy, but don't put him in don't put him in a tie game because he'll lose the lead, or don't put him in like a game where he'll fall behind because he'll make it worse. So he
has the swing and miss stuff. He has
Matt Boyd to the Mariners.
But when it's not swing and miss stuff, it gets tattooed. That's just how he is.
Yeah, I mean it's like Diaz in 2019 issues where basically Diaz has a swing and miss stuff, but if you square it up, it's gone.
Yeah, Diaz kind of he fixed that. He was using way too much of the zone with the slider. Yeah, that stupid upward tilt crap in his slider, and Hefner basically fixed that, and he's just been off and running ever since.
Do what he does, and you'll be fine. And he's doing literally what DeGrom's doing with DeGrom's slider, and Diaz is doing that with his. Is tunneling it with his fastball. And
I'm pretty sure he was using DeGrom's slider grip for a little bit, actually.
At the end of the season, he tried to change to it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's locating it like DeGrom's locating his, and he's put it together this year, and all of a sudden he's unhittable. It's like, wow, if you do what DeGrom does, the best pitcher, all of a sudden you become the best pitcher. Like, and Diaz has been the only person to like comp that.
I think it's just, and he's able to do that because he's a reliever and he's allowed to throw as hard as he can. But like, when you look at Tyler McGill, I mean, this guy's gassing 98, 99 in the first inning. Like, you got to save your velocity. It's kind of like something that like Max Scherzer talks a little bit about, and maybe that's something that can help him be a starter down the stretch of his career. But when he comes back, he needs to build up those innings. That's the thing with him. But they're banking way too much on guys staying healthy right now. And maybe they'll shut us up right now. Maybe they get 3 relievers in the next 3 minutes. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, am I confident that we could beat any of these teams? Like, I get, like, again, you still have to play the games, but it's like you still need that headliner right now. You just need it right now, especially with the
like
weaknesses that you've displayed.
I mean, like, and also, like, well, to jump back on elite DH Darren Ruff, like, if you combine JD and Dom's home run totals, that's 4. Vogelbach and Ruff have a total of 23. Like, basically, if you have a 23 home run hitter, slot them into where the Mets are, like, at this point, it's all automatically like of similar power numbers that Pete Alonso has. Like, that's the kind of the combination of the platooning is that's what we're getting.
You know, we're gonna recreate Giambi or whatever with like 3 different guys or whatever.
Yeah, and in theory,
it's like that talk, but. Again, there's also, you know, Darren Ruff. He's 36. You know, but you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's technically
he does have a club option. I do like that.
Yeah. So basically, he's cheap on like if it works and they re-sign both Vogelbach. Vogelbach's gonna be with them for another year or 2, right?
I think Naquin's the guy that would expire.
If they're going cheap just to save prospects, then like they have to be going big for something else, right?
Well, you would assume so. Like I think like I'm going to, the last time I say it, I swear, is like they're probably saving the prospect stuff for Contreras because he's also an impact bat that can also be a catcher. So it would almost be like a 2 roster spot position where he could DH in some days when you want Nito to catch, when you want the defense behind the plate and the offense of Contreras.
Yeah, like, but prior to the Ruff edition, I was thinking of Contreras catching, and then when you face a lefty, and Vogelbach would DH, and then when you face a lefty, Vogelbach says Contreras DHs, Nito starts, something like that. Like they could get kind of creative with it, but Ruff here, I guess that solves that.
I think that they're saving the prospects because Billy Epler wants to bring back his golden boy and bring back Ohtani in the offseason. I think that's why they're saving the prospects, and then Billy's going to be like, "Oh, I brought you guys Ohtani in the."
With the idea of that possibly happening.
And remember, I called it.
Doesn't that sound a little bit like a New York Knicks move? Going all the chips in and with the hope, with the idea of something happening. Ugh.
Not the actual thing.
That sounds a little New York Knicks to me. I don't know about that. Oof. Ugh.
But my thing is, I feel like Boston has to move Martinez. Like, are they actually going to compete with the trades they've made going for Pham and Hosmer and these guys? They're 3 games out, but they still have a few teams that they have to jump.
They're retooling for free agency is my
and I don't think that they're gonna get rid of JD because they haven't, according to some people, they haven't lowered what the asking price of him would be, what they want for him. So they're probably not going to feel they lost anything by not getting rid of him this year. But
we'll see.
I just think that the Mets lost interest once Christian Vasquez was not a part of that deal. JD Martinez can only DH, and the Mets want more versatility. Well, they want guys that can play multiple positions or at least play the field. JD Martinez is just going to strictly probably be a DH, especially with his back injury.
Jay Groom is going the other way for Eric Hosmer.
Ooh, that's a decent prospect.
Yeah. I know you would know it. That's why I put it out there. I actually have no idea who that is.
He was like a top 5 last year. I don't know what the update was, but he was a top 5
10-day
prospect.
Contract player over here.
Left-handed starter. That's a pretty good piece for San Diego.
And then I can't believe the David Robertson thing. Like, that is just unbelievable.
That was the only piece that I wanted them to get. Like, that was the most important piece for me, was getting David Robertson. And not only
the Phillies
did they
were
not
9.5 back.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, let's get him for nothing. Sure.
I personally wanted to prioritize lefties, but like a high leverage right arm would be nice considering the uncertainty of Trevor May.
Had incredible numbers against lefties anyway. Like his splits were still they're like you're dealing with an average just about 200, but like it didn't matter who he pitched to. He killed everyone.
But he does walk a lot of guys, so he is going to die in Philly.
I feel like if Chafin gets moved, it's going to go to the Dodgers. I don't know why I get that feeling now. I just do.
Chiffon.
They haven't done. Dodgers haven't done anything in a while. So
not going to be the only thing they do.
Yeah, like they got Chris
Whoa.
Martin, but that's not going to be enough.
Okay.
Well,
Again, this guy has been. I heard he said hearing the Mets trade for Darren Rupp from the Giants is not complete yet.
it better not be.
It better not be.
Way too much.
It better not.
So what do you think? What would you think the other piece of that trade is?
It'll probably be like with Naquin. They got some
Yarling
random guy that throws left-handed just because he uses his left hand.
Yarling Garcia.
That Phil
Yarling
Deal we got from the
Garcia.
Reds?
Yeah.
Something like that, probably.
Yarling Garcia.
Oh, we got no to join
I'm
Sam.
gonna
Like
go
he's
with. I think Brandon Crawford. That's a good one because we need a shortstop. Remember, because the shortstop we have right now is a waste of money. So we need a shortstop.
Obviously, he's underperforming. Yeah.
If they were trading with the Giants, Wilmer Flores was the guy, not Darren Ruff.
That's what
No,
I
Darren
thought.
Ruff is better against lefties. Flores sucks against lefties.
Are they gonna get a?
Don't bring him
righty
back to
killer
has
in
been.
He
there?
didn't do it in a Mets uniform. He's not as good as Wilmer running scoring position. He's also not a damn dinosaur, almost as old as me. So Wilmer Flores was the guy.
That's a Will Palm move. We need new.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
we'll see all kinds of on this today.
I think Darren Ruff is our Juan Uribe, folks.
Facts. What's the WRC plus against left?
151, I think.
51% better than the average. That's elite.
I mean,
Who?
the lefties on the Giants roster is Sam Long and Yarlene Garcia.
Yeah, it's like
Telling you, Yarling could be the other person.
I hope so. Someone that
Andrew?
uses their left hand.
Andrew, possibility that Escobar goes the other way and we get Evan Longoria?
I would be a very happy rhinoceros if that happened.
I'll take an Evan Longoria batting eighth or whatever. I'll take that. Why not?
I would dolphin.
Just like how I would have taken Matt Chapman batting eighth and Vientos being in Toronto or being in Oakland, but
Yeah, I don't know.
But no, Eduardo Escobar is so good. Do you think our options are for trade? Well, our entire farm system is untouchable, apparently. So
McNeil,
Lugo, primetime game against the Yankees. He did great. We'll see what we can get for him. McCann.
No one's taking.
You're eating that. You're just eating that contract. No one's taking McCann.
58 minutes. I don't like this.
Especially with the injuries he's had, being a 31, 32-year-old catcher. No one's going to take that.
Nobody's taking that. No.
No one is taking that.
I mean, you'd have to eat most of it, like the Padres are doing with Hosmer, but even then,
Or give up a top
I still
prospect.
don't think that's enough.
I don't like this.
Why? No.
I don't like this at all.
They gotta get at least. They're gonna get some kind of just bum reliever, just like somebody, and just be like, "Oh, we got a reliever." And then
We
that's
are
our
getting
confidence
Brett
we're gonna
Martin,
replace it.
folks. It's happening. Brett the Met Martin.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, none of the Tigers have been traded. Now Heyman has officially put out. Yeah, the Phillies have been in touch for Rendon. The price is high. Deal is still possible. Isn't possible.
Rendon or Rondon?
Rodon.
Rodon?
Yeah, Rodon.
Okay.
Imagine Rendon is back at the NL.
I mean, again, we're talking about third baseman. I'll take Anthony Rendon, but he's out for the year, so.
And the Giants have made the Darren Ruff trade official.
and there's no other pieces.
No other pieces?
According to a Giants beat reporter, the Giants just made it official.
Then why is it saying it's not done? Or maybe it just wasn't official? Guess that maybe there's just not any other. Oh, that's great. Thanks.
The Mets haven't made an official tweet about Ruff, right? Like the actual Mets Twitter account.
They haven't, not yet.
No, yeah,
not yet.
This Giants beat reporter just said the Giants.
No, I know Maria. Yeah, I saw.
Thank you for your service, JD Davis. Okay, bye.
I love Tim Healy trying to go at the Mets too. Oh, watch JD Davis be good next year, which he probably will. Just why not?
He's gonna do great wherever he goes.
And Ruff is 36 years old, so he's just gonna get injured next year, so it'll work out great. Maybe.
I mean,
I hope
you're
not.
seeing what the Padres are doing. You're seeing what the Dodgers are doing. I mean,
And they're gonna.
What the Astros are doing too.
all right,
We'll-
we
we'll
got
focus on
what
Amer-
50
nationally, American
people in
League.
here. We got 18 likes. Let's get it to 25 in the next 20 minutes, and one of us will do a stupid dance. I don't even know.
I'll jump on. I'll dolphin dive on the bed if that happens.
We can we throw in the Bonilla That shit's dead, cat, man. That's,
See if Oakland wants to take
you're
that.
paying that off till 2035, no conditions. It's over, man.
Yeah, they
Well,
just.
JD Davis
convoluted.
actually, they just posted a video right now, him being talking about being traded to the Giants.
Hey.
Giants.
Aw.
Oh, if you could hit a fastball, you wouldn't have been traded. Sorry, I'm mean now. Fuck off.
I wonder how the Giants are going to utilize him though, because I mean, this year he wasn't good against lefties. They like to platoon a lot of their guys.
And now Heyman just put out Mets don't see likelihood for Contreras stealing.
Of course they don't.
Thanks, Heyman.
I mean, like whoever's been DHing over in San Francisco, JD's actually an upgrade
listen.
over whoever they've been playing. So
I'll believe what I like. Okay.
Over Darren Ruff, who probably was doing DH.
Oh, okay. Come on.
I mean, I'm just going by like whatever the baseball reference like thing was, because they said Ruff was
I have
utility.
to see who's been logging all the games for them at DH.
Yeah, Yermin Mercedes has been good. Tommy La Stella
Yeah,
actually has a lot of games at DH. Like those two guys.
He moves around. He's got a lot of versatility.
Yeah, La Stella's got the.
Stella.
But in terms of like offensive production, JD is a better offensive producer than La Stella's been. So that could be the replacement. I don't know.
Stella's been hurt. So.
Your armchair GM.
They definitely upgraded of what they've gotten so far, but like
Not the way we would have wanted it.
more, folks, more.
And now we're
play
gonna
the good old waiting game.
what we're not gonna realize. Gary and Keith are gonna be like, well, the Mets didn't need to make anything. You know, look at the core. We got a good culture going. This team doesn't need to add anything.
Did you hear Gary last night? He was like, I don't expect to make
I'm only
any
gonna
big
add a
moves.
reliever or two. I don't expect anything. I'm like, shut up.
Which they haven't even done that.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Yes, because he was. Oh my god, and he'll be injured in 2 weeks.
Okay, will you chill? One day at a time, folks. Jeez.
I better hope the offense doesn't completely go silent like it did a couple weeks ago, again in sometime in September or possibly October.
They
More
just
importantly, this
they need
weekend.
Pete and Lindor to be hot, and that's what it's been recently. But it's been against the Marlins and the Nationals and the.
I mean, you're supposed to beat those teams though. Like
True.
what they did to the Marlins this weekend, and what hopefully they finish off the Washington this week. Like you're supposed to do that to those teams.
Sweeping the Marlins in August or September is a win. All right, all the Mets fans know how much of a heartbreak the Marlins have been for us for so long.
Oh, and JD Davis is from California as well. He's gonna rake over there.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the
Bay
Mets just
Area
announced the
Hometown
trade.
hero.
Yep. Nah, the Mets have. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an overpay.
And he has 2 years of control, too. So I guess. But
I don't like losing Carson Seymour because I think he's really good, but
you just like him because he has your first name.
no. I like him because he's got monstrous stuff.
Stuff, right?
Stuff.
Stuff.
No, he's got a lot of fat to protect him. He's all right.
Yeah, no, he's too fat. Fat guys don't get injured.
Yeah.
Unless you're Dom Smith.
Unless you're, fat Dom.
Well, that's when he lost the weight. All of a sudden, he started getting hurt. So maybe he should have stayed fat.
Should have stayed. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he'd have some power and hit home runs again. It's like J.D. Davis said that one spring training game. He was mic'd up.
Yeah.
Maybe if you had a donut, you would have actually got a home run.
I swear
Right.
to God, if I hear one person say, since Darren Ruff is an infielder and outfielder, it's like acquiring two players. If somebody says that, I'm gonna.
I mean, literally speaking, yes, he has been put in those fielding positions. How good he does? No, he doesn't do good.
But
he's been.
Come on, stop spamming. You know the drill.
Merlin having a spasm right now.
Yeah, thank you.
If you want to spaz out, just go to Mets Twitter. That's literally just the place to spaz out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spazzing going on there right now.
The Dodgers are pushing hard for Pablo Lopez. There.
Yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
There they are. But the price tag is extremely high. Do not get. Oh, please don't give him Bobby Miller and Pages.
James McCann is rehabbing in Binghamton tonight, and he's batting second.
Yes, sir.
As all things should be, the way Christ intended.
It's like calling. Yep. Remember those days, folks? Oh, we've come a long way. We have to realize what we got right now.
We, though?
I mean, listen. Whew. That's tough, folks. That's tough. That was a tough. God. Whew. We will have. I feel like we will have eventually like a video of us just naming random Mets. We have to do that eventually.
That'll be like an off-season, boring.
Yeah.
Like a Jeopardy thing, like you just say, like you just find random Mets that have existed on the Mets, and it's like, what is this player?
Name random Dark Ages shortstops. All right, Brad Eames. We'll start there. Who else? Who could stop Brad Eames?
Omar Quintanilla.
There you go.
Jordani Valdespin one?
Jordani.
Was he more of a second baseman? I know they moved him to the outfield.
He just hits walk-off. That's all.
And then he popped a needle and got suspended. Benny Agma. Okay, now we got a real one here. All right,
Benny.
We're gonna start it, folks. We're gonna start it.
Oh boy,
we starting it, folks. We starting it.
It's just.
Let's talk about Matt Reynolds. I'm Matt Reynolds.
Let's talk about Matt Reynolds. Yes, sir. My Facebook friend. Yes, sir.
Second baseman Ruben Gauthier became a Long Island Duck.
Ruben Gauthier, yes, sir.
Trevor Rosenthal traded to the Brewers.
Yeah.
Who?
Did the Giants just sign him just to trade? They didn't even pitch for them.
Yeah. I mean, you should have thrown him in the frickin' JD trade.
Facts. Just give us
I know his arm is absolutely broken, but at least it's a arm, I guess.
Bro, it better be Chafin. That's all I got to say. It better be Chafin.
Is Chafin even going to get moved because he has that option next year? I mean, because the Tigers, I don't know.
If they think he's going to opt out, which he probably will because Detroit's a hellhole right now.
50 minutes. Still nothing.
F-Dog, come on, dog. Come on.
And trades could come in afterwards, too. Like around like 6:05, there'll still be last-minute trades.
There's trades still during all night.
We got like 10 minutes to go after.
A lot of the trades are in medicals right now.
Yeah, facts. And they had to call, what's it called?
I remember Jay Bruce and Michael took like the whole day.
Who?
When they got him. When they acquired Jay Bruce, it's like, it's so long to be official because of medicals. It's just like, oh my God.
Jay Bruce.
Drew Lock says in training camp that he's dialed in. Oh, gotta love Drew Lock. Oh, I can't wait to see how fucking bad he plays. He's dialed in, though.
Lock.
Man's dialed in.
Lock.
Respect. And Tim Patrick just blew out his ACL, so the Broncos are already losing a receiver. Why are we it's every year? Nope, Mets aren't going to get aggressive and be the Padres. Nope.
We're in Sandy Ball territory now, so
they're expecting a death by 1,000 cuts kind of trading deadline where it's like you're getting a bunch of guys that are in theory going to be okay, but I mean, like it's just providing here we filled out very small needs rather than getting the big head.
They upgraded, but it's like
you're upgrading on the margins when you need to make a big upgrade.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when the other upgrades too. That's the thing that I keep going back
to. If they get a few relievers and they get, 2 relievers, whether it's like Chafin or whatever, and then, just wait out to see what Beatty and Alvarez do in AAA, somewhat complete of a team, but I don't know.
And even that, like we said, it's still a risk. Whether you're relying on, like McGill and May, or you're relying on Beatty and Alvarez to be ready so soon, it's a risk regardless. You might as well try to at least get guys that are kind of more proven and healthy.
But like also they're not like lights out. Like, hey, we're getting DeGrom back. That's like he's totally different. Like he's, the Cy Young, all-star pitcher, franchise pitcher. Telling me I have to rely on Tyler McGill and Trevor May coming back, that's going to save the bullpen. I can't get with that.
I saw
Tyler McGill will
be until
be
2026, so I think he would even cause more than Contreras, right?
You just can't rely on any of the guys to stay healthy. It's just like you just can't. Wouldn't mind Jake Fishman from the Marlins. I feel like Epler doesn't know we need help for the playoffs because he never made it with the Angels. All right.
There you go.
All right. There's no way. The reason why they gave up Sapucki, Swack, and Seymour and JD Davis because Ruff is not a rental. There is no way that is true.
They gave up Kyle Walker for Vogelbach because he's not a rental.
For that.
So
there's absolutely no way.
It seems that way with the way they've acted.
Trevor May will be rejoining the team tomorrow, according to Anthony
Woot woot.
There you go. Another trade deadline acquisition. Didn't have to give up anything for him. There you go.
Yep, and he's totally healthy. Wow.
Wasn't like
all
he's
probably going to
it's probably going to spell the end of either Tommy Hunt.
Dom to Detroit for Chafin, Fulmer, and Foley. Why not? Just a reliever haul. Just give me a reliever haul. They can take Joely Rodriguez too.
Hunter and everyone else has been way better than Trevor May. Hunter, Yohan Lopez, Adonis Medina, all of them have been better than Trevor May.
They have been better.
Adonis Medina,
Holderman.
Adonis has the biggest
Nagosic
day in terms of I love watching Adonis Medina close out the game against the Dodgers. That was one of my favorite.
That was the moment for him. That was it. Like he showed he still got it. Whatever confidence he lost by flopping as a top prospect, that showed that he got it. He proved to himself he got it
as a starter. So he
Oh yeah.
He had the endurance to do that. So it's like, well, I mean, obviously he must have found something good.
What are they doing?
I'm getting a call from Cleveland. So does this mean Jose Ramirez is?
Yeah, just tell him we want J. Ryan.
That'd be a good comp. That'd be good. We take him.
Oh my God, my extended warranty expired, guys. Holy shit.
See, I would have had a lot of fun with that. Be like, give me fucking Jose Ramirez.
Your phone bill is overpaid. I don't even have a phone. All right.
Bro, the Mets are gonna get a bad grade in my video, man. It's gonna be crazy. That just fucking Darren Ruff.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Little more than 40 minutes left.
And it's like, even if Sandy, let's say, actually didn't like David Robertson, well, the alternative of getting absolutely nobody is just straight up stupid.
We got Trevor May.
Trevor May, yeah, getting him back.
I can't, dude. I can't. I'm losing it. We're using the Moneyball tactics.
I hate the Moneyball tactics so much. It's just like I said, all these teams, they made their big moves and they could just kind of chill out. Me on the Mets, we're just hoping to the very last minute. I want the trade deadline to not be so stressful if we just got it done earlier.
Joe, I don't know about that. Everybody over the phone seems pretty legit. No, man.
Oh, Darvish gave a home run to Andrew's boy, Brendan Rodgers.
Hey, should have been a Met.
Absolute bomb, too. But, I mean, we could use it because we cannot hit freaking Darvish to save our lives.
So. And that's the worst.
It's not like the Padres are going to the
bitch
playoffs. Come on now.
6 games. And they go at Soto, they go at Hader, Bell. We have to go through them, and they bitch slapped us. But we're going Darren.
Are we sure the Padres are even making the playoffs?
I mean, Phillies are getting hot too.
They'll be in the wild card in some capacity at minimum.
Or even the Astros, who are like one of the best teams in baseball, went to get Mancini and Christian Vasquez. Like
Two
them
Mets
and the
starters.
Yankees, that's a collision course for the ALCS right now.
Well, the Yankees aren't going to make it. They're the Dallas Cowboys. They'll find a way to choke in the first round.
Well, tell all
if
your
you're a
friends,
Mets
we're gonna
fan,
make the
it's the
same
place-
mistake.
It's the place to go. It's the place to be. So
It's a Rhino.
You're a
and
Mets
boy.
fan.
Rhino and the boys. Come
No,
on.
yeah, he's missed a
I
whole
just
lot.
got a little bit of, since apparently a lot of Twins
missed
people
Darren
are
Ruff.
seem to like my Twitter for some reason, but then the Twins are trying to get Rodon as well as Jock Peterson, so
Ooh.
that's something I did not expect at all. But
Twins making moves today.
There you go. Twins
oh
are
my
trying to
god.
I mean, they
What?
want
Well, we got Goonies
try and
references
create
going
the
on
sen-
here. Like, Jesus. Hey. All right. Anything?
And also, Eovaldi hasn't been moved either. So, like, I'm not really sure what Boston.
Susan, here you go, Frank. You'd be happy. Susan Slusher. Hearing the Mets also had interest in reacquiring Wilmer Flores.
Oh, well, no, we'll just get Darren Ruff instead. It makes sense.
Well, I mean, he's better. That's why he's the better player.
Darren Ruff is better, but yeah.
Yeah. You just have sympathy. The
I
better
mean, both
player.
of them
better,
aren't,
you mean-
like, the same speed.
Again, I value guys who did it in a Mets jersey and aren't 36 years old.
Oh, the Mets have been protective of their top prospect. The word is they have talked about Ronnie Mauricio in packages. Watch the last 40 minutes left.
But for what?
Vientos is the guy that should be talked about. Not Mauricio.
Ryan
Mauricio
Mauricio
What are they
makes
going to
sense,
get for him? A reliever?
for the next
I better not be a fucking
Like,
reliever, but it could be something. If Mauricio's on the table, something big has to be coming the other way.
What about Happ and Givens?
That doesn't
Gibbons
fix
sucks.
it. Gibbons sucks. and where does he now? I mean, yeah, I know you trying to protect. Like I am trying to protect for Nemo.
Gibbons
but
is a loser. I love Ian Happ.
what if it's Bednar? What if it is Bednar? Because that you start with. If you want Bednar, you're gonna have to start with Mauricio.
I'm not trading a top 3 guy for a reliever. I don't
We
care
did it
how much
before. It
control
worked
he's
last
got.
time. It worked last time.
Oh, stop it. Stop. I am not defending another guy like that, okay? It's not happening.
You don't have to. Bednar's my guy. You had Diaz. Bednar's my guy.
God.
So Mauricio is better than Vientos, and they didn't want to trade him for a rental. Why
Syndergaard-
would they?
Syndergaard pursuit. It's down to the Jays or the Phillies.
The
According to
Phillies
Murray.
will get him probably.
I am
There's a-
Robert. I woke up with a headache. I still have a headache, so that's how I'm doing.
Bro, go get some Mountain Dew. You're gonna need it.
I am confident in this team being in first place right now. I'm happy. The Mets have never let me down before. And all I can say is that at the end of the day, I'm going to enjoy Jacob deGrom pitching today. So I'm okay. I'd like for them to make a move, but we can deal with what we got. All right. Sandy Alderson for the win.
But they got to be
Isn't
something. There has to be
Mauricio
something
blocked
big.
by
if
Lindor?
Mauricio-
He is blocked by Lindor, but I think if they don't resign McNeil, second base is wide open for Ronnie.
We talked about this with Mauricio because, yeah, he could be blocked by Lindor, and they've talked about him playing third base before, but he has not played any third base yet. So
Well, because the second coming of Jesus is playing third base there.
he should be in AAA right now. He
should
should
be
be
in
getting reps
AAA,
at third.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bay should be at AAA. No doubt.
Beatty should be in
No
AAA.
doubt.
Absolutely. I think they'll probably make some of the decisions once the deadline passes about Vientos and about Beatty and
The Jays have also discussed. Yeah, we know this. Jays about trying to get Razel Iglesias as well.
None of our main guys that we've predicted for have moved yet. Not many of them. I think we've had like 6.
Anthony, that's a good tweet. I like that. That was good shit. For who? For what? That's a good tweet. That's good.
Terry Collins.
That's a good tweet. That's good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Chafin, Martinez, like these been like the top options, and they still haven't been moved yet.
I think
Again,
that
it
they're
could be
just-
something we're not even thinking about. That's the other. The Mets do
Okay.
this.
But
Well,
what,
we're not
what if
even
at the
thinking
end,
about
now,
what if at the
Now,
end of this it
here's
was
a
just
thought.
to say for Mauricio that like, hey, we did dangle our one of our prospects out there.
Yeah.
Here's a thought. Mauricio on the 40-man roster. Is this the moving for Beatty to move to the 40-man roster?
Could be.
I hope not. They're get rid of Sam Clay and then just do whatever you want with Beatty.
Sam Clay's great. I don't know what you're talking
Then
about.
why would they use him?
Yeah, he's got a great stuff grade. Can't throw strikes, but that's all.
Oh, wait, we don't have lefties that do that already.
Oh my god.
It's just not gonna say it.
I want Josh Walker to get healthy.
Facts.
He's a dog. All right.
So we'll see.
And the Mets
Dodgers have
announced
been
a
quiet.
roster move for DeGrom.
Yeah, they have because he's on the 60 day. You gotta get him off there. Rake Lamb to the Mariners.
Yeah, Jake Lamb to the Mariners.
Good MLB to show card.
Jake Lamb.
Oh, since
Rake
legend
Lamb, baby.
Jake Lamb.
I miss prime Rake Lamb. Good times.
Was he ever really that good?
Yes, 2019 Rake Lamb was built. 2018
A lot
Rake
of
Lamb.
people had good years in 19. Juiced balls.
18 or 19.
I think
I gotta find the year now.
We had Jeff McNeil hitting home runs in 2019.
Facts. That fraud hitting bombs.
No, but he's back to being himself, so it's okay.
What year was Jake Lamb, Gary?
Okay, Mayer just said that the Mets have been willing to trade Mauricio for quite some time, going back to last year's deadline.
Mm-hmm.
He is in the Binghamton lineup right now.
2017, 2016.
Then why hasn't he been traded yet?
Shitter, get off the pot, Epler. Let's go.
Let's go. Get her done.
All right. What are we
And
down to?
Not do not see any of the Mets, but we don't even see any like rumors with Contreras or Martinez now. Even like just to any other team. That's the other thing that is annoying me.
Yeah.
Or Chafin,
and that lends it back to the because a lot of those Mets rumors, like I said, it's just the Mets don't leave especially when you heard it with the Wilpons, like you'd hear like progression and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Mets, you just hear it.
We
with
didn't hear
Wilpons,
Darren Ruff at all. In fairness,
yeah, that's the thing.
Again, it could be somebody
Twitter pretty much
we've never heard
created
of
that
or didn't
rumor,
expect.
to be honest. Mets Twitter was like,
the only person we had
roof.
The only person we ever heard anything.
Thank you, JD Davis.
Well, thank you, JD Davis. Yeah, I saw that.
Thank
Where's the
you,
highlight
JD.
pack? Come on.
Wow.
That's funny. If you trade for 2 relievers and Contreras, I'll donate to the amazing Mets Foundation.
appears Dodgers might not be in pursuit of Lopez if it's going to happen. It's going to be right at the deadline. That's
Again, it's not going to.
Pablo.
Yeah. Again,
The
everything's
Mets
going
took
to
down
come
his
down
value.
to last second. I can't believe
The
the
Mets
Phillies
took
gave
down
up
Pablo
for
Lopez's
fucking
value.
Marsh. That's interesting. It's an interesting move. I wanted to troll and say Brett Martin got traded, but it's a lefty to the Rangers.
Mets expect Darren Ruff could be with them tomorrow.
Yeah.
They still need a position player here tonight for JD Davis.
They'll play shorthanded.
Infielder Kramer Robertson was playing in Syracuse's game.
Oh
Elite
my God.
Springfield
Okay.
Cardinals legend Kramer. Yeah, why do the Mets love Springfield Cardinals legends? I just realized how many fucking Springfield legends are in this farm system now. It's hysterical.
Hey, listen, Frank, you like speed. Speed kills.
Speed kills. Jankowski replacement.
Fast. And he gets on base. So he's Travis Jankowski.
Can't wait. No. It's guys like Kramer Robertson that give Luis Guillorme so much value to this team.
All right, so the pursuit of Noah Syndergaard is down to the Jays and the Phillies. So I'm pretty sure the Jays and the Phillies are the only guys that were picked for our predictions, to be honest, right? No, LA's in there. Yeah, I had Philly.
Yeah, I said the Yankees.
You said the Yankees.
I thought they'd be poverty. I didn't think they would be.
Oh, never mind. I'm wrong.
I think the Angels
gotten
still
one
won't
so far.
accept that they suck.
Martin,
Orioles are getting Brett Phillips, by the way.
Who?
Brett Phillips, Orioles.
Good ball player.
Thank you for 2019, JD.
All right, half hour.
You were
Half
clutch.
hour, boys. What are they gonna do? If Mauricio's on the table, that should get it done. Like
That
Get
should get
what
Contreras done, right?
Well, that's probably not the deal they're putting him in. if they're afraid that they gave up PCA for Baez, Brucio for Contreras is like.
I think that Epler had talked to Anaheim for Ohtani and said, if you're not trading him now, what do you want in the offseason? And I won't trade these guys. And that's why all these people are off limits. So that in the offseason they could trade for him and maybe give up a little bit less than now.
That is a huge possibility. Huge.
I mean, I remember I mentioned that before about him coming to the Mets in the offseason. I mean,
yeah.
Regazzo just tweeted out, based on numerous conversations I've had recent weeks, if they cannot add a catcher, Alvarez is coming up by 6 o'clock. If there's no move by 6 o'clock, Alvarez is coming up.
Don't get a catcher. Chungus time. Good bring him a mini fridge time.
You have the big,
I don't care.
If the Cubs don't move, Alvarez is coming.
Just give me Alvarez. I don't care.
Put him at the D as another like he's a big boy. He'll be.
Give me the mini fridge. I'll take him. I've waited too long. I'm sorry. Maybe that's just my desperation of seeing James McCann every fucking day, but I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry.
Nito every day.
I haven't even lasted like almost 2 years with this guy. I'm ready to. Okay.
So hey, there you go. It's better. I'd rather hear that name than Mark Vientos coming up.
Well, I think you might see both. But
well, now rough.
I mean, and they can also wait a little bit. You can wait a little bit on the Alvarez thing. You can do it as players happen.
Good.
He's done.
I'd let him get another 2 weeks
on
down
me.
Let him get another 2 weeks down there.
I mean, he's starting to heat up a little bit in AAA after he got to a slow start. So
they might give him a couple
weeks. We said, okay, he did really well AA.
They'll probably give him around
exactly.
weeks
when he was struggling. So he was still walking. So I mean, there's not really much he can really prove.
They'll give him enough time to be able to come up just before the deadline for not being able to be used in the playoff roster. They'll probably hold out until then.
He's still eligible to be on the playoff roster, right? When is that deadline?
September 1st.
Yeah,
September 1st.
Yeah.
So they're not waiting till
the month of August.
Maybe the last week of August. Maybe the Subway Series week when it goes to the Bronx.
It's an idea. I mean, again,
one thing to Alvarez credit though, he has caught DeGrom and Scherzer in a serious capacity before, so he has to learn a little less than some of the other guys when he does come up as a catcher. So like obviously, they're in a couple of rehab starts, but still, like he's at least worked with them before. So that part
Alvarez,
of it,
Alvarez and DeGrom coming up here. Oh my God.
He'll probably be more of a DH.
Give me relievers.
Yeah.
Screw it. Wilson Contreras, sign him in the offseason. Don't care. Buy out McCann in the offseason. Don't care. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, they still haven't gotten the relievers yet. Like,
exactly. They get the
my
relievers,
God.
bro. What are we waiting for? Come on, Chafin and.
If David Robertson got traded for the 26th, like there has to be some reliever that has good nerd numbers that's just getting unlucky that they could just snatch easily, right? Like there has to be. There has to be.
I mean, remember, it's still Steve
Cohen. Give me Packy Naughton already. Dude's elite.
The pack dog.
The pack dog.
He actually really does have
He's
some
really
stuff.
fucking
Not
good,
gonna lie. He's actually pretty good.
He is good. Oh man.
So is Regazzo in this tweet? He said, does that mean he's going to come up like as soon as this is over? Like that's what it sounds like.
It sounds like it.
They said they were going to make a decision about Vientos. So what the hell is Vientos still doing here? If Alvarez is the number one guy that gets called up.
I mean, because Alvarez is going to be called up as a catcher, not as a DH. Like they're thinking of Alvarez as a catcher, not as a bat. Like that's the thing. Like Mazika is going to go down and Alvarez is going to come up. So the Mets are not losing anything.
It makes sense since how many days Tomas Nido has been playing.
Yeah, because he's not.
That's what was concerning me. Is like they started Mazika like I said, I think maybe once in the second half, maybe twice at most.
Twice, I think.
Because every single day, they have no faith in Mazika. None.
Still,
they're trying to kill Nino. The guy has one hand, and they're trying to kill him back there.
Oh man.
I mean, at least he's got a sense of humor about how bad he hits.
And think about this. They're thinking completely over the head of Michael Perez as well with this.
Yeah.
The Yankees have been talking to Marlins about
Pablo Lopez, yeah.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, kind of saw that coming.
Dick Mountain's gotten some interest. You got the Twins, the Cardinals, and the Phillies all showing interest in him.
Yeah, I saw the Cardinals had interest in him.
I take him
Orioles
over
just got
Joe
Brett
Elway.
Phillips. Orioles are adding Brett Phillips. Yay.
Yeah, it happened like 20 minutes ago. Why are you late? Frank said it.
It says 51 seconds for me.
I'm kidding. But Frank said it earlier. Being a dickhead as always.
No, yeah, I was saying I'll take Rich Hill over Joe Elway.
Yeah.
I still don't know why Alex Claudio still hasn't ever gotten a shot. I still don't understand that. But
Claude Dog. Oh my God! How could the Mets just ruin this team chemistry by getting rid of J.D. Davis?
J.D. Davis, man.
I mean, he's a good hype man, but you have others.
How are they going to do the?
Just like how the Knicks fell off when they got rid of Theo Pinson. Love your content. Thank you. I'm sure I'd love your content too, if I saw it. I apologize.
We love your support, Raymond. Thank you.
We love your support. There you go. I'm losing my mind, Frank. I'm sorry. I've been at this computer for a while.
25 minutes.
These are talking about. All right.
And there's going to be a bunch, like Anthony said. There's
So
going
the
to be
Marlins want to talk trade with the Yankees after Jeter basically just
deuced.
Jeter's looking like a genius right now.
Somebody brought Gleyber Torres earlier. I mean, maybe that's a trade.
Saw that.
Yeah, we talked that with what's it called?
Gleyber
No, because I know you guys were mentioning Gleyber earlier, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe he's in there.
I don't know, man.
This way they could trade Jazz since they hate him so much.
I mean, I'll take Jazz Chisholm right now on the Mets.
Oh God, shut up with the fucking positivity, Mets fan. Y'all are morons. What?
I will take what?
I can't go on Twitter because either the smart people who know this is, and then you got the positive.
Whoa,
they're on
what did
pace for
Heyman just say?
103 wins. They're getting DeGrom back. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Like they're not better. The Padres got better.
Oh,
the
it's
Dodgers.
the problem. See, this is the
marginally
problem
better.
with being.
Like
This is the problem with being blocked by Heyman.
What happened? Nothing. He didn't tweet that. They said the Lopez trade.
Oh my
You just
goodness.
tweeted about Lopez.
Yeah, Edler had some errands to run first.
Fact, he had to go run to the DMV. Shit, if he's in the DMV, we're screwed.
Oh my God, he had to go pick up Sandy's rental car or something.
Yeah, no, he had to get
Sandy can't
Zach
get out of the
Scott's car.
wheelchair.
He left in the park sleeping.
Oy.
Oh yeah, she did love JD Davis. That sucks. Goodbye. You know exactly what I'm talking about, too.
I am so tired. I just want to see Jacob deGrom pitch, man. That's all I want. Give me some fucking relievers.
We got less than 2 hours for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have to sit in the gap. Then DeGrom pitches. Oh boy.
Yeah, well, basically, the ending time for the trade deadline is really when DeGrom pitches, because like, okay, we can go back to reality now. DeGrom actually is on the Mets, and he's actually pitching. He's not. He's not.
Are we sure? Are we sure he's actually going to pitch? You sure about that?
I mean, he's been in the dugout. He's made it. He's been so close. He's been so close to actually pitching. Like
Mike Shields.
And remember that two former Cy Young Award winners in their rotation since Johan and Pedro.
And remember, their numbers add up to 69, 48 plus 21.
Nice.
Best number combination.
All right.
All right. Here's the calm before that 5 o'clock storm of all these trades are coming in. Holy shit!
Not much talk about Madison Bumgarner. Haven't heard much about him. JD Martinez is completely silent.
Silent about JD. Yeah, pull up the.
The Orioles have officially. Forgot if this was mentioned, but the Orioles officially got Brett Phillips from the Rays.
Oh, it's first time hearing.
Yeah, I got attacked by
any of the Tigers guys, Contreras, Syndergaard, Ramon Laureano.
We did great.
Yeah, we all got one. At least we all got
so
one.
far.
We all got one right.
We've all got one wrong, right? I don't think Anthony
In
got
fairness,
anything.
some of these
but-
guys haven't even gotten moved yet.
Yeah.
I'm the worst
I
at
love we've got
predictions.
a clean sweep of Chafin the Mets, but 20 minutes. So who's gonna get desperate in the last 20 minutes?
The Mets.
The Mets aren't going to get desperate. Like, if they haven't made a move now, like
We're confident with Mark Vientos, so it's okay.
It's okay. Mark Vientos and the mini fridge are coming.
Ay.
It's all right, folks. Jacob DeGrom's a trade deadline acquisition. It's okay.
Can't forget about Trevor May.
And Trevor May and James McChicken. You get them
And
all
then
back.
Tyler McGill is the waiver claim. Yeah.
He's the waiver claim. Yeah, that's right. He's the waiver claim.
So I like Darren Ruff. He definitely fills a need, but it's like that it.
That's it, literally. And every other team is like, okay, let's add superstars. Mets, Darren Ruff.
I think it's because of all of the names that were thrown at us.
Yep.
All the names that were thrown at us, none of them were even picked. I didn't really even care about, the DH part. I just wanted relievers in here. That was the most important thing. And we haven't even gotten one yet because you can't tell me Joely Rodriguez is going to be counted on as a lefty out of the bullpen in a postseason game. Like, he's been awful this season.
Martino just tweeted out, the Mets are still looking for bullpen. Nothing is done as of this exact second, 26 seconds ago.
Again,
that's
like
great.
with 20
No
minutes
news.
left.
He always has that big news, just telling you the stuff you already know. Like,
I already know. Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, nothing happened. Yeah, we can tell by refreshing Twitter 75 times in the last 30 seconds. Yeah, nothing has happened. We know.
Nothing's happening. Why is nothing happening? Christian Vasquez.
this is not as bad as what happened with Tommy Pham yesterday. It's just like Tommy Pham was traded to an unknown team. It's down to two. One of them's the Mets.
Like, if you don't know what team it is, don't report it.
Don't report it.
You dumb ass. Like,
And then Feinstein's like, hey, the Mets and the Red Sox. Okay, go fuck yourself.
No, but to go back to what Subway Shea was saying, it's like, well, yeah, that's what they're telling you because they're not bringing another lefty. I mean, he's the only lefty they got. Unless they're going to use Sam Clay, like, it's going to be Joely. I mean, maybe come playoff time, they try the Pearson experiment again.
Martin.
But it didn't work out first time, so I don't know.
Brett Martin.
Does Jordan Lucchesi come out of nowhere? Like, again, I don't want to count on that. I really don't.
After James McCann game, Joey Lucchesi, Tommy John surgery. I mean,
I don't like this.
Didn't the Mets kind of figure out how to make Lucchesi work?
Yes, I think it got hurt.
Yeah, because James McCann said he was stripping his pitches, but then he said that and then he had to get Tommy John surgery, so it's all James McCann's fault.
Right, there it is.
You just lost your lefty. There you go. And this is the guy they wanted here for 4 years at $40 million. Ridiculous. 20 minutes, folks. 20 minutes. We've been live for almost 2 hours and 40 minutes. And
Darren
we're all
Ruff.
dead inside. Darren Ruff. That's what we got. Darren
2 hours
frickin'
and
Ruff.
40 minutes. That's rough. Haha.
God.
Very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Because it's like
What about David Robertson?
Yeah, you don't need to get star players, but you just gotta get somebody for the pen. Somebody. I don't care. At this point, it's like I don't care who it is. I need somebody. It doesn't have to be a huge name.
Yeah, I definitely did not expect James McCann to be as bad as he was. I'll tell you right now.
Bro, why is Shakira hanging out with the Dodgers, bro? Buck Showalter's pissed.
Again, not much movement anywhere right now. It's not like any other team.
Michael Fulmer to the Twins.
Michael Fulmer to the Twins. Oh my God.
Michael
So
Fulmer.
there's the first second reliever domino. Now I wouldn't expect Chafin to be.
What is the obsession with Michael Fulmer, man?
Well, who else are you going to use?
Like, what is the? He's not that good.
Well, give me an alternative.
Andrew Chafin.
And don't
Someone
say
who can actually
fucking
throw
Brett
strike?
Martin.
He was not here.
Brett
Also
Martin?
not here yet.
Like, what is with these people? Like, what is the obsession with these guys who cannot throw strikes?
The ERA
You say not throwing strikes. I say
is
missing
more important than
bats.
the walk rate to people. Other than
If you have the good stuff that you have, throw strikes with it. Like, trust it and throw strikes with it. That's what I gotta say. If you can't throw a strike, then what's the point? You know?
Michael Mayer, shut up with your fucking former Met watch. Don't give a shit.
Former Met Watch. Former Met
very
Watch and
angry.
69 jokes. That's all Mike Mayer is there to supply during this stressful trade deadline.
yeah, all the Met reports have been very helpful.
No shit, Jack. If the Mets don't miss on a reliever, no shit, Jack. Thanks for your crappy opinion no one asked for.
The only thing that's weird is
John
that
Rock is going to be on one tomorrow. Cool. Stop filling my timeline right now, AEW.
I was gonna say the only thing that's weird is that Rick, I was the only one that said that thing about Alvarez. Nobody's been like, "Oh, I could confirm this." Like no other report really like.
Regazzo is spot on for a lot of different.
Yeah, Ragazzo's the only one I trust. So if he says
Yeah,
it, cool.
but I feel like somebody else would just be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard that same." Just somebody, but I don't know.
Rhino.
I actually
I'm
pissed. I rather have Epler come out like in 5 minutes and just say, "Hey, we're standing pat here. Like, let's not worry
just tell
about
us
this
you're
anymore.
done.
We're
Yeah,
just
like-
standing pat. We're not
Yeah.
taking this to the the end to try to get something going. We're just gonna go with what we have."
We're not
If
even
that's what
seeing
he's
any
doing, yeah.
progress. And maybe that's a good thing because they do a lot of things behind closed doors, but what's the
And they got him
return
for
that
some
the Tigers are
Sawyer
getting?
Gibson Long. What a hell of a name.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like the way that Fulmer and Robertson come off the board with just like for no-name guys is the most frustrating aspect.
So what the hell are they after for Chafin? Just get
I don't
it
think
done.
the Braves aren't the biggest worry. It's the Dodgers and the
Padres.
Padres, and we're talking about teams that
And
we're
the
going to face in the
Astros.
playoffs. I mean, and the Braves, yes, and the Braves, but
Well, those teams have great lineups, right? The Dodgers, the Braves, the Padres. So what are you supposed to be doing? Going after pitching, get more pitching, so to counteract these guys. Because the Mets lineup is decent. I mean, it's not the greatest, but get the pitching.
and you
I
can
hate
and
Andy
you can
Martino.
dominate the hitters. You can dominate these types of hitters with what you have right now, but you can't rely on them to stay healthy. It's just it's an older rotation, and that's the price that you pay having it. I mean, that's just that's the deal.
Good buddy Andy Martino quote tweets. He was in play for the Mets. No shit, Andy. You said last night.
Andy, I'm gonna like. Oh my god.
He's not telling us
Doxed
stuff we
this
don't
guy
know
yet.
already.
How has nobody doxed this guy yet? Like seriously? I know I'm saying this live, and
Don't
I'll probably
you know people that do that?
No. I have never involved myself in any criminal activity.
That is cap
Okay.
if I've ever heard one.
I was about to say, you
That's
say
me,
that out
Corey.
loud? Kidding?
I have
Yeah.
never.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
crazy
didn't
to me.
blink
that
at
The
the
Yankees
same
have the
time,
best
you know,
record in baseball
truthful.
that's super aggressive. And the Mets
They
have
got
been like,
everything that they
Yeah.
wanted and needed to, get a full roster. Everything that they wanted. They got pitching. They got the outfielder they wanted. They got rid of Gallo.
Unless
Ronnie
I mean-
Marussia has just entered the Binghamton dugout, according to Matt Corrados, whoever that is. And the Phillies are getting Syndergaard.
oh, they got him.
That's hilarious. I love that. That's funny. I love that.
I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. I just knew it.
Oh, boy.
Have fun.
We still haven't faced him yet, right?
That'd be
Still
who's
based,
afraid?
man. Duck,
Who's
though.
afraid?
Can't
Last time.
can't duck now, Syndergaard.
Imagine him like
And
at
let-
the
wait,
duck
and
now.
don't they come to
need
us
ya.
now? And I think aren't most of the
Yay,
Phillies
I'm in the
games
lead
at
of
Citi
predictions.
Field?
Woohoo.
They should.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can check
I've gotten
Heck
2
yeah.
right now. Yay. We're gonna fuck.
I mean, we got
Oh
we got, like, 60
man.
people.
Reunited with his old pal Wheeler. Did they come
Just
up together?
after Familia was DFA'd. How sad.
Exactly. One former Met to
Wheeler was
another.
good
Here's
before.
the Michael Mayer.
Former Met watch.
fucking-
I swear to God, if I see Mayer say that, I'm blocking him.
He said it.
He's gonna do it.
He's already
He
said it.
already did. He already did. Yeah.
All right, I'm muting this guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There are 3 games at home against the. We'd see him first at home, and then we go to Citizens Bank for 4 games later in August. So we're gonna see the Phillies at home first.
Cool.
It works out
Okay,
well because if it's in
It
New
is
York,
Rosenthal.
yeah,
It is Rosenthal that said the
much.
Phillies are close on Syndergaard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been.
God, I can't wait for batting practice in Philly. This is gonna be fun.
Well, I mean, JD Davis is gone, so we got a guy that can hit a fastball, so that works.
Yeah, but he's not going to face
Wasn't
Syndergaard since
really
he's only
a
going to face
fastball
lefties.
anymore.
I actually
No,
would like
Vogelbach
some numbered against fastballs, but
10 minutes.
Why is
Here we
everyone
go.
so obsessed with Michael Fulmer? Oh my God! It's just the beard, right? It's the beard that he's got, right?
it's just
The
a
fact-
familiarity.
facial hair.
They don't know any other names other than Chase.
That, and we wanted to win the Yoenis Cespedes trade.
We got to the World Series, right?
Oh, here we go.
Lost
We
to
got
2 years
the
of
Phillies
injuries and
traded
him getting
Mickey
chased by a wild
Moniak and a
boar.
second prospect to Philadelphia. To LA.
Oh, really?
Mickey Moniak.
Mickey Moniak, what a guy.
Heck, I would have even took Aaron Loop back.
Hell, that's another lefty. Just somebody. Dude, if they walk away with nothing. I swear
Mitchell
to
White
God.
is going to the
Who?
Blue Jays. I don't know, for minor league pitchers from the Dodgers. Well, anybody you get a minor league pitcher from the Dodgers is good.
I actually am
good
kind of
point.
afraid that the Mets might sign for Miller.
Oh man,
I swear to God, they better not.
I could see them doing it if Sandy's still in charge.
oh my God. I know they liked Philly. I know they like Philly cheesesteaks down there in Philly, but hey, they like some pulled pork too.
They like pulled pork. Speaking of pulled pork, clears Philly cheesesteak, bro. Philly cheesesteak's kind of overrated, in my opinion.
Oh my God.
Chafin's still out there, Billy. If he's not a goddamn New York Met, we're gonna throw hands.
And like I said, it's still annoying that no one said that tweet. Like Mets are probably done. Don't expect anything else. Like
I think they lock the doors from the inside and the outside. Like nobody knows.
Keep it locked.
I think anything that gets reported until it's official is just spewing bullshit at this point.
I have Twitter notifications on, and I just get a Twitter notification. Alex Bregman and his wife post new pictures of their newborn. I don't give a shit.
Mark is asking the good questions. Why won't he do something? Exactly. Why won't he?
Me to James McCann every single day.
We need
He
Every
does
single
do
day.
something. It's just not what you want.
Do something. Yeah, actually, that's more to me,
Oh, that's
Eduardo
okay.
Escobar.
He also does something and does not.
Who's
what you
the
want.
other prospect that Philly's trading? That's got to be.
Yeah, I don't. They just said a second prospect. They didn't. Buck Showalter on
Mickey
Darren
Moniak
Ruff. He's
goes
one of the
crazy.
guys I know are people targeted. He's a
I
good
think
addition.
Moniak's
He's a
fine
good
piece,
piece
though.
against left-handed pitchers. We needed that to be better.
Yeah.
Shut their baby is breathtaking. I don't care. I want to see what the Mets do. I can give a rat's ass.
I knew Philly was going to take him. I just knew it. I knew
See,
it.
I wanted it to be more funny if the Yankees did it, but no, the Phillies did it. That's good enough.
Oh God.
We might
That's fantastic.
7
see him
minutes.
once.
Trent Grisham has just hit a 2-run homer.
Trent Grisham.
Oh yeah. I mean, if this isn't buzzer beater, then. Oh jeez.
They're either gonna pull the trigger or
Or they're gonna go out
Darren
like
Ruff, man.
another funny prediction from my brother. When Syndergaard faces the Mets, Vogelbach's gonna hit a first pitch home run.
I would laugh my
Against
ass
Syndergaard.
off.
would like
I like the fact that the Mets.
Too bad it'll say it's not a real home run.
He still doesn't hit. I mean, he's been great. He still doesn't hit a home run yet, but definitely has been looking with that shit.
I mean, he's been torching the ball, but
He hasn't.
It's
No, but
he's getting on base like
he's
half
getting
the
on
time. And,
base.
like, most of his hits are for extra base. It's just a matter of time before one leaves.
I just need runs, and that's what they're bringing in. They're
Why
bringing
is
in
Al
runs.
Dukes on my timeline? Why is my timeline just full of crap right now?
A lot of players are rental.
5 minutes.
Cardinals are getting Jordan Montgomery from the Yankees. That's
Wait, what?
weird.
Wow.
What are they
Why would they do that?
They're getting Pablo Lopez.
Oh dear.
3-team trade?
Oh, could be.
Now, why?
Good
Could
shit for St. Louis.
If it's back the other way, does that mean they're taking a flyer on Jack Flaherty?
No.
That's possible.
And they're and
Oh,
and the Cardinals are
Andy
clearing up-
Martinez.
Harrison
20
Bader's
seconds
going
ago.
the other way?
Andy Martino 20 seconds ago says Mets get Givens.
Oh, God.
Did I say that? Did I say Michael Givens?
You brain dead.
I told you they were just gonna get some random dude from the Cubs. I told you it's gonna be Givens. No, at least we got a bullpen arm. Replace Kyle Holderman. I knew it. Oh, I was hoping somebody with him, but I knew it.
And the Yankees get Harrison Bader for fucking what?
They got Bader.
They got Bader. That's what I was like. No one heard my reaction to Harrison Bader's going back for Jordan Montgomery.
I heard that. I took me a second to process that shit.
Now Judge can
Yeah,
go back to right
Givens.
field. Michael Givens is coming, 2.66 ERA.
I mean, like, who did they Mets give another 4 fucking prospects for it? I mean, that's my question.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. What's the package?
I mean,
God.
or like, was that what Mauricio was worth? Like, did they get Mauricio for that? Like,
I swear to God, they traded Mauricio for
I'm
Michael.
afraid, that's a good point. I'm afraid to find out what they gave up.
God.
He does have the good ERA.
That's a good ERA. Mets fan, you heard what the Yankees got from
they
Montgomery, right?
got him.
yeah, I'm.
Harrison Bader for Montgomery.
That's
Wow.
That's not Andrew Chafin.
What is this team's obsession with guys who can't throw a strike?
They only care about the ERA. How many more times do I have to tell you this?
God.
Again, another guy almost as old as me, but whatever.
I mean, he's a good contact manager, but he can't throw strikes.
It's another former Buck guy, by the way, too.
That's a good point, Andrew.
God.
knows how to manage him, I guess.
I'm still fucking shook. How the hell did the Yankees get Harrison Bader for Jordan Montgomery? How the fuck
Cardinals,
did that happen?
the Cardinals need
Monty's good. Come on.
Yeah, the Cardinals need
Stop
pitch.
Monty's
And with
not-
Montas, I guess
Yankees
Montgomery
need
is the odd man out.
No,
Monty-
that means Jordan Walker.
Monty's
Bader-
definitely better than
They'll move DC to center. and
Bader
they'll
fills
bring
the
up
defensive hole that Gallo's not now. Since Gallo's gone, they got their good outfield defender in Bader as well. So they've shored up.
What are we sending to the Cubs?
Yankees, we're talking about a number of starting pitchers with other teams.
Please tell me it's Dom Smith. Please tell me it's Dom Smith. Please
Dom
tell me it's
Smith.
Dom Smith.
Yeah, just take him, please. 3 minutes. How the fuck did
Just tell me it's Dom
what?
Smith. To be honest, I'm more nervous about this return.
Yeah.
Where the hell is
What
Andrew
is the
Chafin?
return?
That's my question.
Well,
Because we just
I
saw
mean,
Darren
one
Rupp
thing-
go for a lot.
One thing is that Givens has been on a streak similar to Diaz, hasn't given up a run in over a month. So like he's been pitching very well.
I just hate walks.
So I mean, like that's like in terms.
Lopez is not being traded.
Oh,
Oh no. Not the Dodgers and Yankees losing out on someone that they wanted. Oh.
The Yankees got fucking. They're
Yeah,
me
the
hitting.
feel
Yankees,
for
the Yankees
them.
are
Andy Martino. The Mets are trying to trade for one more reliever.
another probably just even guys probably worse than Givens,
Francisco
honestly.
Alvarez time, baby. That's all I'm seeing.
I have a feeling that's probably
Come on now.
what's gonna happen.
For who?
All
For
right.
what? Not everyone not just using the for who? For what? Michael Giffen. That's really gonna
Whoa.
Michael. For what?
Oh god. And he's got the bad FIP. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, bad fippies. We don't want.
Here we go.
I'm just so tired of guys who can't throw a strike, dude. If they trade someone who can throw a strike, I might lose it.
Calvin Ziegler has been traded.
What?
I'm kidding.
I believe you though. That's how today's been. Though. I would actually believe you said that.
All right, I'm gonna mute your mic.
With such conviction that everyone's like, "Oh no!"
Well, I mean, that's the way today's gone. I mean, nothing.
You have no idea how much I hate you right now. You really, I officially hate you.
I need to have some fun here.
You're
we got
going,
a minute
you're
to the
going
deadline.
above.
Just straight up.
Oh.
You're going above my my hate list. You're going above Jose Alvarado on the hate list, man, right now. What was that? Why?
I mean, they gave up Seymour for Rupp, so I mean,
he's a free agent. Okay, so he's a rental. He's a rental.
Oh no!
What did they give up?
For rentals. Oh, what happened?
What happened, Billy?
The Mets are sending a low-level prospect to the Cubs. Joel Shannon.
Oh my God!
Well, a low-level prospect could be Matt Allen.
Oh my God! I almost threw up.
What?
Michael Mayer just tweeted out. I saw Edwin Diaz. I was like, "Is Edwin Diaz going on?" I almost threw up.
Pornbots, get out! We're not starting this crap.
Frank doesn't want to look at porn right now. Chill out.
Royals have traded Whit Merrifield. Oh boy.
What?
Yeah.
To who? For what?
For what? We needed that video on here. Be like just to click it all the time.
No grit
Watch
wit.
Watch it be the Braves.
I think
No
you might be
grit
right,
wit?
Andrew. That makes sense.
All right, so technically the deal is over.
The deals are still going to filter through, but the deadline is passed. But there will be deals still
All right,
filtering.
so you're getting the flood here. You're getting a flood.
There's going to be a bunch. Yeah, just keep refreshing Twitter. There's going to be more and
All
more.
right.
deals.
Well, where's the flood at?
Nothing on Wilson Contreras yet.
Yeah, nothing on JD. Nothing on
JD
Chafin.
Martinez.
No Chafin.
Nothing about Chafin.
No Sean Murphy, which it was going to take.
Yeah, I didn't think Murphy.
Sean Murphy was just an afterthought, I think.
Omar Narvaez. Well.
So far, all they said was just a lower level
prospect.
That's all.
Alex Ramirez is a lower level
prospects are in the lower levels, though.
That's true.
We have like 4 guys who aren't in the lower levels, and all the other good guys are in the lower levels. So now that makes me nervous.
Still nothing. Whit Merrifield been traded. Watch it be I swear to God, if it's the Mets, I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off.
No.
Imagine. I would laugh my fucking ass off. Beware, there's many trades that will be reported in the next 30 minutes.
I swear to God, I'm not. If it's the.
I swear, come on, Chafin better be a fucking Met now.
Oh my God! Oh God.
Merrifield to the Blue Jays.
Merrifield to the Blue Jays.
Kevin Biggio back the other way.
Possible.
Who knows?
Why does it look like the Royals were buying yesterday? Did y'all see that? It's like,
no, it's for Samad Taylor and Max Castillo.
Okay.
Is Whit Merrifield vaccinated? Sorry.
Who knows? Kevin's not. All I know is Kevin's not happy. Kevin's not happy.
Come on, man.
Dude, come on. They said the Mets were trying to get one more reliever. Did they get it in?
No, the buzzer beater wasn't in time. Sandy woke up from his nap too late to pull it off.
Just like 3 minutes ago, traded Michael Givens, the righty reliever from Chicago. They needed a reliever. This would not have been a good deadline for Billy Epler without one, but he got one. And this is one of the guys they were targeting.
I feel like it's gonna be a random lefty that we never heard of.
Brett Martin's coming.
Guess.
He's coming
Well,
home.
who are the lefties that were left? Soto, Chafin,
Well, it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a big lefty. I think
Mantiply.
It won't be.
Could be
Martino just said on SNY there's one more coming. Martino just said on SNY there's one more reliever coming. Well, they were working to get one more reliever. So hold the phones.
I hope they got it in.
You said Mantiply probably.
I would say probably more like Harleen Garcia level lefty. I would.
Yeah,
reliever
it's somebody
I don't
random.
think it's going to be.
It's not. I would
Mantiply.
not count on a big guy.
How many of these results have been come in? Really?
Yeah, I mean, Jock didn't get moved? Like, what?
Jock did not get moved.
Jock didn't get moved.
No.
Chafin, as of now, hasn't been moved.
The Red Sox are still the team. I mean, I don't get it. Like, I get it, but I don't like it, you know?
Merrifield to the Giants. So I'm definitely going to be starting the video after we get off here. Grading everyone's deadline. But still have a few more to go to. Did they get that last reliever?
How is Contreras still with the Cubs?
Yeah,
And
now
they did the whole goodbye for him.
He has what do you call it? He has the draft comp pick associated with him as well.
Yeah,
which
because they
could have put some people off.
The qualifying offer, yeah.
So probably what they're going to do is probably extend him the qualifying offer and deny it.
I wonder if maybe it's a Cub that the Mets got as well. You know, like if they're trying to get 2 deals done, like I find it hard to believe they would get 2 done with 2 different teams in such a short time frame. I feel like it would probably still be a Cub.
So we've traded with the Cubs, the Giants, the Pirates twice, and the Reds.
The Rangers did not trade Matt Moore. Okay, I didn't need to know that, but okay.
Oh, that's the breaking news.
No,
Thanks,
how
Ken.
could you not trade Matt Moore?
Thanks, Ken. Right? We all cared about Matt Moore. Where the fuck he was going? Thanks.
Nobody cares. The Cubs are not trading Contreras and Happ from Rosenthal.
Okay.
Well, that's on them.
All right.
Well, I mean,
also
half makes
that's
sense. He's was the year, but Contreras is just straight up stupid.
That's horrific.
Wow.
They're
Wow.
entering Colorado Rocky territory with what they're doing with their roster, and the Red Sox too.
Yep.
Like, what the heck are those 2 teams doing?
Not trading Contreras and Happ is like when the Rockies did not trade Trevor Story last year.
Trevor Story and Germán Marquez.
Yeah, and the fact that they gave Stroman all that money, they gave Suzuki all that money, and they suck. Like, yeah,
Suzuki was actually pretty good AAV, but yeah, I don't know
No,
why
he
they
was,
looked like
but
they were
still,
competing.
I mean,
I don't know why it looked like they were trying to compete, which is weird.
Well, I mean, the division sucks, but they weren't. No.
It's going to be a
possible
half-ass
they
team in the
could,
Metro, and
Rodon,
compete, so-
Rodon and Jock are staying put.
You can win 85 games and win that Central Division. What happened now?
Yeah, Rodon and Jock are staying put.
Probably.
Okay.
all right.
Rodon, it's Rodon.
Okay, so Subway to Shea, you're on the board with your staying with Jock Peterson and Rodon. You got 2.
Yes.
There you go.
I got my Rodon and Peterson staying too.
I think I had Hap staying, right?
You had Rodon staying.
Where did I have Hap going?
Hap you had staying as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, I'm figuring this out.
Okay.
All right.
Completely off topic. How the hell was Joey Gallo the biggest thing the Dodgers did?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
mean,
mean,
Chris
they're
Martin,
Martin,
Gallo,
but like,
that's it. No, that's true. That's a good point.
Well,
I guess they trust their pen. I don't know. It's weird.
all right, so Contreras, wow. He did not get moved.
Oh my God, the Sox are sending the Padres sending the Red Sox $44 million to cover Hosmer's deal.
to cover Hosmer's contract, yeah.
Holy crap!
Okay, so
Not going to have any buzzer beaters with, thanks, Contreras, Happ, yeah, thank you. Martin Perez stayed put as well from passing. Still word on
Still no word. Yeah, still waiting word on Red Sox from passing. Yeah. Weird.
okay.
I think the Red Sox didn't move anybody.
I think they stayed put too, but
because again, like the Giants, Red Sox, like they're still technically.
no red. There you go.
like,
There's your red. No more Red Sox trades.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Shitty state.
So we still haven't heard Tigers and Mets. So take Jordan Montgomery for Harrison Bader. That's just a weird one. But
I mean, I like what Bader could give them defensive wise, speed wise. Like I like what he could give, but they better hope. I mean, Severino's got the injury. Tyon's got the injury history, so
he's got to cut his hair.
Wow, that's right.
The Bades.
They're gonna make him cut Bader tots.
Nothing about Madison Bumgarner.
Merrifield's unvaccinated.
Oh, that's funny.
That's got to stink.
That is so funny.
All right. That's.
Well, I mean,
got two pitches.
I like that Buck knows Givens. That makes me feel like a little like maybe he could get the most out of him. We'll see.
Like they got a low leverage guy when they desperately needed a high leverage guy.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean,
Okay, what? Chafing is.
Atlanta Braves got
Marino.
Raisel Iglesias. What in the world?
What?
For Jesse
What?
Chavez and Tucker Davidson. We knew the Braves were going to just.
I hate the Braves so much. It's not even funny. Like, I literally hate this team so much. I hate you.
Now their 8-9 is Iglesias and Kenley.
For nothing.
For nothing.
They just took the contract.
Wow, Artie Moreno got rid of that contract. I'm impressed. Good
I'm
job,
impressed.
Moreno.
But
You knew the Braves
For
were just-
once. I hate the Braves so much.
Marino's saying Chafin might be on the table for the Mets. According to Marino.
They need him. They need him.
At
All
least
they gotta
I'd
do
be,
is-
I'd be satisfied with that. At least.
It goes from
Yeah,
like
once
D
they
to a
say
C.
the Mets are done, that's when we're gonna log this.
That
Yeah,
means
that's what we're gonna hop
they
off.
passed.
We'll get the
They
tweet out.
passed. I mean, like that's what it is. Remember, that's it's Alvarez time for the catching.
If
So
it's
it must
Alvarez
be.
time, do it. But I'm. How the hell did they get? They just take Raisel Iglesias. What?
I hate Atlanta so much. Like, and let me guess, he's donating some of his salary to the foundation.
The foundation of Alex Anthopoulos.
Their human trafficking foundation or whatever the hell they got going on there. Dude, why?
Redfin, shut up. I don't care about Kyle Farmer surviving the trade deadline. Who gives a shit?
The lefty killer, Kyle Farmer.
They didn't move him either, yeah.
Literally. Either Martino, just tweet out we're done or tell us there's another trade.
I mean, would you rather have Michael Givens or Raisel Iglesias?
Oh, God.
Herpes, maybe?
I'd rather have herpes or chlamydia. What else you got? What are the other options?
Hepatitis,
Hepatitis? Just...
hives.
Oh, my God, Julia, shut up. Sorry. They talk,
Wow.
no word.
Dude, what the?
So
I knew
guess
the Braves
Angels
were gonna
kind
do
of
something. I just knew it.
did decide to sell at the last minute. Yeah,
Who's
between
decided to
Syndergaard
sell?
and Iglesias, like they kind of.
So Shohei's coming to the Mets?
Yeah,
I
offseason acquisition.
Wow.
This is like the most Wilpon trade deadline I've seen in a minute. Like this is what we're walking away with.
At the end of the day, I'm like, get another reliever. Obviously, I need one more reliever. But at the end of the day, I'm okay with it. I'm personally okay with it because I get to see the mini fridge, so I'm okay.
Well, it's not even.
I'm
a
all
guarantee.
right.
That's
I'm all right.
Hypothetical.
It was Regazzo who said it, so Regazzo's on his stuff. So, God, not enough. No, not enough.
They got Jesse Chavez and Tucker Davidson in return. Like,
Yeah, it was just to take the contract mostly.
can somebody tweet out the Mets are done so we can just stop refreshing Twitter? Like,
See, mine refreshes all by itself.
Because
so,
we've
okay.
got another 15. We've got another 15 minutes, so we still got to see like when all
Yeah.
that stuff comes through.
because at least like we know the Red Sox are like they're done. Like they've started to filter out. Like the fact that Martino or any of these guys have said, "Oh, the Mets are done,"
JDM stays with Boston.
stays with Boston. So that's horrific asset management by the Cubs, by the Red Sox.
Yep, that
Rangers
was one I
for the
got
next-
right. Yeah. Got that one right. Okay. Yay.
The Mets are done.
Who's that?
Anthony DeComo.
Yeah,
Mets
Anthony
did
DeComo.
not
Mets
make
did not
any
make any
additional
additions.
trades before the deadline. So Givens and Ruff are the final moves.
Great.
Wow. Wow.
That's pathetic.
Wow.
If you were talking to the Cubs anyway, you could have got Robertson too. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
The price tag. It's all about the price tag. And
Yeah, but what the Phillies? What they end up settling for from the Phillies so early in the day?
It was for nothing. But the point is that like they weren't interested in trying to trade somebody of high value for the Mets as a contender. They'd rather give someone for less for the Phillies.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, you're trading 4 guys for friggin' Darren Ruff. Obviously, the price tag for the Mets is going to be higher. Like, you got to look at it that way. Like,
done.
Yeah, but I mean, if Michael Givens and Darren Robinson are gone at the end of the year, the Cubs aren't trying anyway. Like, what does it matter to them how well the Mets do?
well, obviously, it's they don't want them to succeed with their best one. They want them to possibly succeed with their second or third best, the higher risk option, which is why they're able to suffer for that one. They weren't going to do 2 low A-level prospects for Robertson, which would have been of an equivalent nature to the one prospect the Phillies sent over. But that's not what they wanted to. That's not what they. That's not the I guess the narrative that wants to be pushed.
I mean, so it's just a conspiracy of everybody against the Mets. Like, really?
It's everybody versus.
Because we're just so lucky. We need everybody out to get us.
Buster Olney is smiling.
It probably is. Like, oh, he's gonna have some tweet about how the Braves were so masterful at the last minute to get a big time closer. I mean, you know it's gonna happen, but whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
So basically, it tells you the Mets are counting a lot on within. They really are. Whether it's Alvarez or Vientos or May or McGill, they're really counting on the guys they already have in the organization to fill the needs.
They've played that game for so long already.
Well, that's what they're going for again. It's crazy.
Oh, but it's different this time.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Daniel Vogelbach, Darren Ruff, Tyler Naquin, Michael Givens,
Dan Vogelbach, Michael
and
Perez,
and Michael
What's
Perez.
so frustrating is just how many guys didn't move that should have moved. That's the most frustrating aspect about it. Like, we could be mad at the Mets all we want, but the fact that so many guys like Chafin didn't even move is crazy.
How much you want to bet?
Say that you really should just address these problems at free agency. You know?
Well, no, I mean we got
man.
Jason Shreve, so I mean, what else could we have asked for from the left hand side?
Brad Hand. We
Joely
couldn't bring him.
Rodriguez would be a little bit better than that. They didn't want to trade Vientos. Well, listen, the Twitter highlights really keep him here, and that's really all that really matters. Not the fact that he can't lift the ball, not the fact that he whiffs more than Javi Baez, but the fact that he's got good Twitter highlights, and that's what all that really matters. But everyone,
anything from Detroit being done?
Yeah, I have not heard.
We got the best pitcher in baseball pitching in less than an hour. So
Does it really matter if it's probably gonna be gone?
And also, you got your team. It's we're what 28 games over 500, right? Who gives a shit if we got weaknesses, right?
Can't get them all. How about get one?
Get one.
I mean, really?
Hey, you know what?
So
Watch San Diego and
they're
LA.
counting on
win the World
Vientos
Series.
being good. They're counting on Vientos being good. They're counting on DeGrom being healthy. They're counting on Tyler McGill being healthy. They're counting on Trevor May being healthy and good.
And
Joely Rodriguez, they're counting on as well.
Yep.
Like,
They're counting on Joely Rodriguez because they did not bring in any lefties. Maybe they're banking on Joey Lucchesi replacing him, but
again, how could you even count him being healthy at all?
a lot of the reliable things they're doing is at a position that's more injured than any position in all of sports, and that's pitching. So it's a risk not making a risk here, and I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. I don't get it.
All right, I guess we should end
third-place
it off
team.
here. But knowing us, we'll probably Andrew Chafin will be a Brave because, of course, it will. But
that sucks. All right. Well, other than that, final score so far looks like Frank, Baseball AF, Subway to Shea, and Baseball AF's brother all were got 3 right. Let's see. I got 2 right, so I'm second place, and then 1 for, and that's baseball so far, and then 1 for the Rhino. Do you think Tress is for getting all those tears? Listen, it's the same Trevor Story. It's the same story with Trevor Story. No pun intended.
just horrific asset management.
Yeah, I think that there was just one move that could have set him over the top, but maybe they believe that DeGrom is going to be healthy, and that's going to be it. Because we all know DeGrom sets them over the top and can make them into a World Series contender, but the only question is, can he be healthy to do it? And that's the only thing we're really asking here. But other than that, I think we're going to wrap this one up at 3 hours and some change. I'll let these guys get some closing messages, and we still don't know what we got for Gibbons. That's another thing. What did we give up? It was just a lower prospect.
Someone would be
named later. Yeah. Later. Okay. With how thin our farm system is, it's probably somebody somewhat important. But other than that, disappointing. But I'll let some closing remarks to everybody, and then we'll log off. Andrew, I'll start with you.
Yeah, again, you see the guys who, the one team that's bitch slapped you the 2 teams, the Astros and the Padres, that have bitch slapped you all year. If you want to win the World Series, you're gonna have to go through potentially both of them as superstars, and you are adding on the fringe depth guys. It's disappointing. You left a lot of players on the table. We're not in a conversation. Maybe they were in talks, prices, we don't know, but you're banking on Jacob deGrom, and lately in the last couple of years, that's not the right thing to bank on, but we'll see. Again, they're 28 games or whatever the hell, 26, whatever. But we're going to be pissed off. If we win 4 out of 5 against the Braves, I don't think we're going to give a shit what happens today. We'll see what we do against the Braves this weekend, but we'll see.
All right. Frank?
Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I was hoping they would learn from recent mistakes, that trying to be like, oh, well, these guys will be coming back, we'll be fine. Having that mindset hasn't worked for them in the past. So I don't like making the same mistake multiple times just in life. So I don't like that thought process, but all we can do is just hope that these guys do come back and they do help this team improve in all these different weaknesses. Like, there is a route. Like, yes, catcher can be fixed with Alvarez. Third base can be fixed with Beatty. Bullpen can be fixed with these. Like, it can, but we shouldn't count on that being the route for all of our weaknesses. You know, maybe if you're saying, okay, maybe just catcher can be solved with Alvarez, or just third base can be solved, or just if we count on everything to be solved just from within, I think it's a little risky, but hopefully it pays off.
All right. One of our special guests, Anthony Rivera from Subway to Shea. Last remarks you want to give?
Well, thanks for having me on, first off.
Anytime.
Yeah, I'm still going back to what Billy Epler said when he traded for Colin Holderman. The fact that there were so many relievers out there, so many relievers available, and we get one at $5.59, and it's, he's been good, but it's really underwhelming, and I don't know if that was the guy we needed. If you told me we were going to get David Robertson, a lockdown setup man that's played in New York, has playoff experience, something totally different. Andrew Chafin, a lefty that we needed, because you know what, I don't trust Joely Rodriguez, and I hope he proves me wrong, but I may be right on that one. He might not prove any of us wrong. So they could have done a whole lot better. This all could have been solved in the offseason by signing Andrew Chafin off the top anyway. So we wouldn't have been struggling to trade for relief pitching. But, we'll just have to go with what we have now and support this team.
All right. Baseball AF.
All right. First, also, I want to extend thanks for having me on. In general, I kind of had an inkling. There's a lot of pipe dream and stuff like, oh, the Mets can do this, the Mets can do that. But in the back of my mind, I was a bit pessimistic that the Mets were going to do much, considering like it's the only downside of success, because the Mets were doing as well as they've been doing the whole year. Oh, we don't need to add a whole lot. We just got to fit like Rhino said, like just filling out the outside bits rather than actually like doing a big move. And Contreras would have been nice, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're not GMs for a reason. We're not up there. We're on the outside looking in this case. As much as we'd like to know what's actually going on, we don't know what's going on. But we can always project and try and take a guess and try and use our own judgment as to why this stuff happens in the first place. But going forward, well, the Mets didn't get nobody, so it's like at least they did something. The something that was done wasn't what we wanted. So we'll just move on from there.
All right, well, let's look at the bright side here. Jacob deGrom takes the mound, and he's back for the first time in 390 days or whatever. It's great to see him back, and hopefully he can stay back. And that's what we're really hoping and banking on, it looks like. But other than that, I think now that the Mets are done, there's nothing that's going to, break in at the last minute. But thank you to everybody that came on and was our special guest. Anthony Rivera, Baseball AF, and That's Baseball was in here at the beginning. We will probably have something out tomorrow. If not, it might be a stream about something. May go live if Jacob deGrom throws a perfect game against a sorry Nationals lineup, but who knows? But other than that, thank you guys for everybody that tuned in. Follow us on Twitter. All those links are in the description. I'm going to add everybody's description stuff after. And other than that, LFGM, Jacob deGrom is back. Don't be so sad. Team's still in first place, and we're going on from there. So LFGM, and we'll see you guys next time.